Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury here. We're on the ArchieLuxury show. Hey, it's Sunday night. That's right, guys. Hey, it's Sunday night. Sunday fun day. What watch is the best stealth wealth? That's the question we'll be answering on today's show. Hey, it's Sunday night. Let's run an intro. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a bluesy fucker Roonies. We're wearing a bluesy. I'm wearing a bluesy, and that is the way life goes. Let's run this favor, run this beast, run this monster. We're on ArchieLuxury live stream. Hey guys, it's your Punif, ArchieLuxury, and here we are. We are here for Sunday Fun Day. It's Sunday Fun Day. That's right, guys. We're here to have fun under the sun. Before we start today, well, we have started the show, but I just wanted to have a little chat with you, Fiker Roonies. Have a chat to the Fikers. Have a chat. I'd like to have a chat. And what I wanted to say is simple stuff. I wanted to have a nice little chat, a sit down. We're going to have a sit down and talk. That's right. I want to have a really nice sit down and have a talk to the punters. That's what I really want. I want to have a talk with the punters. Now, guys, I got to tell you something. I love everybody. In case you haven't worked it out, I want to be inclusive, not fucking divisive. Why is that so? It's the profit motive. It's free enterprise capitalism. See, fuckaroonies, what you need to understand is I am here to make content, provide content for the punters, and to get everybody to be enthused in the Archieverse and donate big. That's what I want. I want them to be donating big and having fun because I want people to have a good time here. Now, we had a bit of a shit fight. Yes, we did. We had a shit fight, a really shit fight. And everyone can start a shit fight. There's no problems to that. Everybody is entitled to have their own shit fights. I like shit fights too sometimes. And I gotta tell you something. Sometimes the shit fights, they work really well. Sometimes they really fucking sucks. They suck. And I got to tell you something. Shit fights, sometimes they work well and sometimes they don't. Bear threw the ultimatum down. He said to me, Arch, JJ's money grab. What did he say to me? He said to me, JJ's all about the money. JJ's all, and you know what? Out of the Timok implosion, probably right. JJ's done the best out of it. The community guys, they're gone to JJ. They haven't really come here. Okay, that's okay. That's the luck of the draw, fuckers. That is the luck. Sometimes we get lucky, sometimes we don't. And I've got to tell you, I got to tell you, sometimes in life, it ain't fucking fair. Now, the thing is, you know what? Do I want to burn JJ? Do I want to burn him? No. JJ's my friend. In fact, I don't want to burn anyone. The only cunts I want to burn is what WN, Watch Reporter, and WN, Watch Reporter. Who are the losers do I want to burn? And Naki Poo. Naki's a bit of a sniveling shit. Everyone else, I like to stay friends with. I like to embrace them. I like to stay friends with them so that I can, I'll be honest with you, you're going to make a lot more friends. You're going to have a lot more fun with more friends than you are dividing these fucks. Okay? I'm running a business here. I'm doing a show. I'm entertaining the troops. Now, the thing is, you know what? Everyone wants me to take an angle. So with JJ, I don't want to burn JJ. JJ's my friend. Okay, I like JJ. And JJ comes out and says, "Oh, Arch, you should tell him to get fucked. Stand by." And I said, okay, JJ, I'll do that. Okay? You know what, JJ? You're right. I love you. You're a good friend. However, let me just say one thing. Whenever I've done stupid things and I need support, he's nowhere to be seen. He fucks off. I mean, he's the ultimate gentleman's banker. He's basically, and I you know what? I totally agree with him. If someone fucks up, they're not going to come out and do a loyalty test for you. They're going to fucking lie low, wait for the murky water to settle, and then see whether it's beneficial for them to go in that water or stay the fuck away. I get it. But in the same token, JJ goes, "Oh, Arch, you should call him out. Tell him, well, you know what? I asked you to stand by me when I've fucked things up, and, it hasn't really been reciprocal." However, let me say this to you. The JJ itself, I like the dude. I actually really like him. I like him because he's got great taste in watches. He's actually a really nice guy. He set up amazing dinners when I was in New York. Fucking hell, that was so fucking, they were beautiful. They were fucking, I like to think of him as a really good friend. He's a clever guy. He's nobody's fucking fool. And, I like his taste in cars. I mean, he doesn't fucking garage them, but hey, let's not go there. He doesn't garage them, but hey, that's okay. It's okay. But what I'm trying to tell you is, with the JJ himself there, I love the dude. He's a good dude. He is a good dude. And I don't want to burn him. I don't want to burn JJ. I consider him a friend. I mean, he everybody's self-interested. It's capital. It's not communism here. Communism didn't work. So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. HR, what are you stirring shit for? Why are you stirring shit? I love HR. He comes out, he likes to, HR, I love you too. I never have a problem with my HR man. You know why? Because HR man, he comes on the show. In fact, you know what? Let's open the gates up. Let's open the gates up and get some fuckers on. But what I want to say is, I'm not burning anybody. The Zeal, the Zeal is my friend. I love the tan. And, whilst he continues to support the show, he gets to control the link. Okay, I don't give a fuck who he sends the link to. I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. Curly, Mookie, you know what? Those guys there, they help me. Just don't kill the cow that you get the leads from. If you're getting leads and audience from my channel, just do a few little shows. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. I'm always happy with that. And I got to tell you something. It's very important to me. It's very important to me that we present things in a good way. And that's the whole thing, guys. I want to be inclusive. JJ, I love you. Bear, I love you. Tan, I love you. I love all the people. I don't want to be. You know what? If you got a bitch, if you got an argument with somebody, I'm not going to stand by you and criticize. I make my own fucking decisions, guys. It's my channel. I do what I fucking want. And I got to tell you, it's amazing stuff. I got not JJ's my friend. JJ's my friend, okay? He's my friend. I wish he would stand by me when I fuck things up. Yeah, but you can't blame him. You know what? I'm a toxic personality at times. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, guys, let's get this steamroller of a show going. Let's bring up some pics because I love to look at pics. So, guys, I had a few good photos. We had some few good photos. And I really love this photo here. So this is my current watch collection. What do you think? What do you think, hey? What do you think? I love them. I love them to death. They're the watches. And each watch tells a story. It tells a story. And, you know, I tell you honestly, each watch here, it tells a story. I really, really, really do love, I love the stuff that's in the box. And, you know, I got to tell you, man, the beautiful thing about the collection here is it was built. We've got HR joining me. Hello! Hello, HR! How are you?
Hi, Archibald. I'm pretty good. I'm currently on maternity leave for 2 weeks. So I've got 2 weeks off work, full paid. Let's go, fuckers.
Hey, and I got to tell you, man, it's incredible. You know what I really love about you is that you've got a very positive demeanor. You try your best.
That's all you can do, Arch. You can only try your best. This July, so this payday, I'm getting my bonus. So that'll pay for the trip to Malaysia, big boy.
Now, is there any chance you could put a little bit of money aside to help me get to Malaysia? I'd love to see you there.
Oh, Arch, look, I can't promise anything, but a lot can change. Like I said, I'm due some money from my mum. That 25,000. So if I get that before, there's the chance. There is a chance. But let's talk about watches. Let's look at this collection. In my humble opinion,
please, can you say something positive? So this collection here, this is it. This is me. Now, I tell you honestly, what I love about it is they're no small girly size. These are all big men's size watches. Now, there's two watches there that are my son's, the Grand Seiko and the Tuner. But for me, as a diver, I got a two-tone bluesy. Great for a middle-aged 50-year-old fat fuck. Fat fuck!
I got to be honest, Arch, there are some shitters here.
I would say that bluesy's a keeper.
The bluesy's a keeper.
Is definitely that's the premium piece. Okay?
I would keep the bluesy, the world time, the man on the Viking moon, and I would sack off all the rest.
No, but the Zenith, it means a lot to me, that watch.
Not to many other people there, big boy.
It means it to me. That's all that matters because it's my money. It's not other people. Other people, I don't see them dipping in to help me pay for this shit.
Well, they give you super chats, Arch.
Well, that's a good point. Some of them do, some of them don't.
It's hard, Arch. It's hard, but that's what I get rid of. I mean, the Tudor Black Bay.
Excited for the Aussie tour. I'm going to do a around Australia tour in the Beamer.
In the Beamer. Yeah, I mean that blues watch. I've got to be honest. That bluesy is astounding. It's a perfect watch. I often flirt with the idea of trading my Explorer 2 and Datejust in for that.
No, uh, don't ever trade those two in. You got to buy more. You don't trade in. That's a stupid idea.
It's hard, Arch. I've got really high mortgage payments. The cost of living's crippling me, Arch.
No, it's not. You've got your home nearly paid off, and you're
That's
not
100% there, bud.
everybody has it as easy as you do.
That's 100% there. But I do toy with the idea, Arch, of maybe just starting from scratch, maybe just having a black sub and calling it a day. But I think my dream collection, Arch, would be that day date I spoke about before, and a
Super
Sky
chat in.
Dweller on
First super
Jubilee.
chat is the CB, and CB says it's an amazing collection. I would only trade the Zenith for a non-open heart version. Yes, and by the way, CB was talking to me. CB, I criticized CB a little bit, okay, because he recently got his wife a Cartier with diamond bezel, and I said, well, it's actually quite expensive. That diamond bezel, it's pave diamonds, which are the little diamonds they did. And I said to him, no, it's like 14,000. I said that's double what a non-diamond bezel version is. It's double. And I said to him, it's a beautiful watch. See, women, I got to tell you, CB, after the burglary, I bought my wife a Rolex Oyster Perpetual blue dial, the 28 mil CB. Good size. She's a little Japanese lady. She didn't fucking want it. She said, sell it. I don't want it. She wants a Cartier. I'm going to have to get a Cartier for her. And that's the whole thing. They don't like these things. Okay? This is the truth.
The thing is, though, Arch, when you're, if you were to buy this for your wife, who's washing the dishes, it's not a triple lock crown. So what happens if water gets in there? You're fucked, Arch. You're fucked. It's game over, Red Rover.
Hey, I watched a video the other day that said a can of Spam has a longer shelf life than a 50-year-old worker. What do you think of that being in employment?
A can of Spam has a longer... Say that again, Arch.
A can of Spam, that's the tin processed meat, has a longer shelf life than a 50-year-old worker.
Arch, if we're going to start the conversation of how do I get back into the workplace, I'm unemployable. You are unemployable, Arch, but you're a god in the YouTube committee.
You think I am unemployable?
Yeah, you're fucked, Arch. I mean, you're done. You're done. Maybe you could go back and work at KBR if you did some bull washing.
No, I've done too many. I've burnt too many bridges to go down that path. And they're also not doing so well in the place where I am. They're not doing well.
Oh. Arch, I just need to quickly jump off. I need to give my my fiance some injections because of the C-section. I'll be back in a minute, all right?
Hey, no worries there, man. That's no problems. So what do I think of this Cartier Santos? You know what, CB? It's fucking beautiful. It's probably worth the money. It's automatic. You didn't get the quartz, which is thank fucking God. And I think it's actually a beautiful watch. I think it's very beautiful. So I got to tell you honestly, it works. It works. It works. It works. That's what it does. It works. So you've got to enjoy it. I mean, CB, just enjoy it, man. I think you got it for her. It's not a lot of money for rich fikers. CB, $5. What alternatives for 14K? See, personally, a part of me says, you know what? I would go for the small Yachtmaster, the Rolex Yachtmaster, the lady size. See, Cartier itself, I would say the best value watches I would be going would be Rolex. I would be saying two-tone datejust, but she's already got it. Your lady has a fucking 840i M840i BMW Cabriolet. I mean, fuck, she has everything. We're not talking about poor people. We're not talking about poor people. We're talking about the elite. This is the elite in society. Yeah, it's I got to be honest with you. What alternatives for 14K? You know, that's a good question. What alternatives for 14K? What alternatives for 14K? Shit, that's a tricky one. What alternatives for 14K? See, I would say Rolex Yachtmaster. I would say I would say I got to be honest with you. I've got to be totally honest with you and tell you that watches themselves, they're 14K. You know, it's hard to earn 14K, but fuck, I think this is actually, you know, I've thought about it. I'm just telling you, CB, it's a lot more expensive than the standard steel one, but it looks beautiful. Blue dial, diamond bezel. Fuck it. Just it's actually not bad value. I'm just a stingy lower middle class person who's grappling at straws because to me, I think it's a lot of money. I think it's a lot of money. They also have the Tank Francais with diamonds on it, on the face, on the bezel. That's also, I think that's another one. The Tank Francais, they have that with diamonds. That's also a contender. Actually, now that I see the Santos, I think I prefer the Santos. I really do. I got to tell you something, guys. You have to realize this. These watches themselves, they're not for poor people. This is not a poor person's hobby. And I've got to be honest with you. I tried to get Rolex for the wife because it's value. It's a value fucking proposition. She didn't fucking like it. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Did not like it. That's right. Did not like it in the least. That's the reality. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Did not like it. And I don't know what you can say. It's kind of sad. It is very sad. I got to tell you, it is. I got to say, it's just this is just how it is, man. It is very, very tricky dicky stuff, you know, and I don't know what to say. It's just tricky, but I love it. I love it so much. Let me tell you something that I really do love is I love to explore the options with my collection. And you know what? Fuck it. Why did I go this way? Let me tell you why I went this way. Okay. So this collection was designed after the burglary happened. Okay. So I said, okay, the only watch, by the way, there's one watch missing, which is my Explorer 2. because I've offered that as collateral. I owe 10,000 Aussie, 7,000 US. I owe to a friend of mine, actually 6,400, I think, if you do the currency. I owe 10,000 Aussie to a friend of mine. He's holding the Explorer 2. I used it as collateral. I took out a title loan for the interest-free title loan. He's a good friend, to get the JLC. Okay, that's why the Explorer's not there. But let me tell you the story. Okay, so for my after the Berg, the only watch I really wanted was Bluesy. I wanted this watch so fucking badly. I thought to myself, what's the one watch I want to recover from this terrible thing that happened? And there was only one watch that I really wanted, and that's a Bluesy, the Blue Shirt Buddha. Actually, he's got the 41. This is the 40. I like the gold writing, and it was available, and it was just what was available at the time. See, I believe in, you just put it out there, the universe. I want a Patek, or I want a Bluesy, and the universe will present options to you. So you just take what the universe presents. Got the Bluesy. Okay, that's my base. Then I fucked around with a few other Pateks and a Daytona, Maserati, but I wasn't happy. Okay, and what I really wanted was, I got the Patek World Time. I thought, fuck, I really want that. So I waited because it was getting serviced, got a new strap, got it. Okay, so we lock those two. This is like The Price is Right. We lock those two. And then what happened is, I actually wanted an Explorer 1. I wanted an Explorer 1. I really wanted an Explorer 1. That's what I wanted, guys. I wanted an Explorer 1. I wanted the little fuck. Then I thought, hang on a minute. I can get a Breguet Type 20 for same money. Well, it was cheaper. Okay? Then a gold Breguet. And I love a hockey puck gold, rose gold. I thought, fuck, that is so good. So good value. And that's how I pulled the trigger. White boy. I did it. Now, the other watches, the Speedy. Well, the Speedy was a gift from Ronnie from Vintage Watch Co., Cove Luxury Watches, and Dave the Super Collector. They all chipped in. They got me that Omega. So I can never sell that Omega. That was a gift. Okay. I used it as collateral once. I'm never going to do that again. It's a long story. The other watch I really loved was the Zenith. And I would really love to get a Zenith leather strap. That's right. I really want to get a Zenith leather strap. And I love it. I love it on the rubber, but I also love it on the leather. The leather is really cool. I love it on the leather. And then what happened was, I had my bases covered. And then what happened was, I was going to buy that Vacheron day jump hour, jump day, jump fucker, the jumping fuck, retrograde. And it was $30,000. A lot of money. And I thought, I just over business hasn't been that great. Okay. Now, so what do you do? What do you do? That's a very good question. You've got to be very careful. So I thought, you know what? I would I thought to myself, you know what? I would. This JLC came up, a hockey puck JLC. Now I know I'm so chrono heavy, but I loved it. It was solid gold, big fuck off. You know, you only wear one watch at a time, unless you're a fucking wanker, self included. And I thought, you know what? It's just such a big show off statement piece. I love it. I love to wear the JLC. I do. I love it. And that's what I did. Got the JLC. I think the JLC might be the perfect watch to go on my Australian road trip because it's a big statement. Fuck off. Get out of my way. The weather's cool, so I'm not going to be sweating like a fucking proverbial pig, am I? It's waterproof. It's a very cool watch. Let's face it. Incredibly cool. It's a baller watch. It's really, really baller watch. It's unusual. See, when I go on tours, I like to bring stuff that other people don't normally have. It's baller. It's really baller. And that's what I'd like to do, is get the baller stuff going. Baller. I think that is the best way to go. For me, I want to go more ballers. Ballers. That's what I want to do. I want to go baller. So, there we have it. Then the other watches. What have I got? The Zenith came to me. The Zenith came to me because what happened was I just loved Zenith. I loved it. And I hated the open heart. Just like CB said, he prefer the non. You know what? I felt the same way. I really felt the same way in my life. I really did. I felt the same way. And why did I change my opinion? Because I got it and I realized that's what I realized. You know, it's I got to tell you, and I got to tell you, it's something I'd like to do. It's something I'd like to do is with the Zenith is just enjoy the thing. Now, I got to get my Explorer 2 back. I want to get my Explorer 2 back. I want to get it back. I want to get my Explorer 2 back. I do. I want to get that fucker back. $9,000, $10,000. I owe 10, but it's 9,000 is what the dealer offered me. I thought, fuck. It's just keep it, enjoy it, man. That was the only watch that survived the Berg. And I got to be honest with you, man. What do you do? What do you do? And I thought, you know what? It's a great travel watch. I love it. I'm actually thinking in the next couple of years, I might start downsizing a bit. I might downsize. I got to be honest with you. I might start downsizing. Now, I gave my son, I gave it to him for his 18th. I can't fucking take that back. That's his 18th birthday present. Gave him the Grand Seiko. Now that boy, he loves Japanese orientated stuff. Okay. And he loves Japan. He's Japanese, half Japanese. The Grand Seiko fits it to a T. The other boy, he's more athletic. So I thought, you know what? I was going to give him the Speedmaster. I was actually going to give him the Speedmaster. But then I thought about it and thought, you know what? It'd be better off giving him something waterproof. And that's why I gave him the tuner. Very happy. I gave it to him early because I had a difficult day. I saw the other son in the morgue. Fuck! And I thought, I'm going to do something today for my other youngest, because I had 2 of 2. I didn't have 4 children. I had 2 plus 2. And I thought, you know what? The youngest, the first set, the youngest, he's the one who died. And I gave the other youngest from the other set the tuner. And I thought, you know, that's quite fitting. And I got to be totally honest with you. I think as far as the watches go, I think 5 might be enough. I will get rid of a few in the future. I will. I'm really thinking to myself, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm thinking. We got some good conversation in the chat there. Sorry, Rancher. Got to take this call from Rodent 3. Maybe meeting in Chicago the 3rd week in October. Jimmy says, Arch, gold Breguet is top. Yeah, I really do like it myself. Gold Breguet, yeah, it is beautiful. And he says, flick that fucking JLC. Yeah, good point. Let's have a look here. Let's keep looking. We got another super chat. We got a super chat from CB. Look at this. CB's a great supporter of the show. Great supporter. We're trying to get some panelists on, guys. Come on, guys. It's now your chance to come on the show. Let's get... What did I do? I just clicked the wrong. Panelists, jump on and chat. That's what we want to do. Uzi must be bonkers. Let's have a look. CB, what do you think about the Breguet? Let's call it up. This is an interesting watch. I'm gonna get this baby up. The Breguet Horror Monday 5557. Oh shit! Fuck. Okay, this is let's bring this baby up on the screen. Horror Monday. Let's have a look here, guys. What do I think? The Breguet Horror Monday 5557 can be ordered with a leather strap, rubber, or gold bracelet, part of the permanent collection. The price, 71,000. Holy fuck, they're not really. Yeah, I like $129 fucking $1,000. I love it. It's beautiful, but is it worth that money? Fuck no. Fuck no, it's not. It's not worth that money. It's I got to tell you, man, that is a lot of money, and they depreciate like fuck. They do. They depreciate like fuck. They really don't hold their value. And what can you do about that? Well, it's one of these things. It is very I got to tell you something. It's shit. It's shit. Horror Monday. What the fuck do I think of this thing here? I got to be totally honest with you. $130 fucking $1,000. What is this thing? Let's have a look at this thing here. What the hell does it do? Fuck, it is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Breguet. Look at this. Beautiful. It reminds me very much of the Marine. And precious metal. Fucking hell. Look at that. I mean, 130 fucking thousand fucking dollars. I mean, fuck. That's a lot of money. I don't know if I like how they do the lugs on it, to be honest with you. It's huge. I like chunky monkeys. The Marine collection, okay. It says here, okay, joins the Breguet Marines nautical fleet. Oh, okay. Displaying a world map on the dial against a Gillishy sea of choppy waves. Horror Monday is a GMT. The Horror Monday fight in white or rose gold. Da 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 da. One pair of hands, 2 time zones. One pair of hands, 2 time zones. Most conventional GMTs designate the central hand to indicate local time. Yes. Oh, I see. Reference time can be displayed using additional central hands linked to a 24-hour scale on the dial. At first, the Horror Monday seems to be missing a reference time indicator. There's a date window at the noon. An aperture for the city disc with 24 cities at 6 o'clock, and even a day-night indicator at 4 o'clock. Day-night, yes. But where an extra GMT hand, but where are the the Bero money still relies on the central hands for local, that's local time. Okay. Yeah, it's fuck, it is nice. Now let's have a look at the pricing here. The pricing is 71 fucking thousand. Or it's in rose gold or white gold. Fucking hell. 44 mil. 44 mil. Fucking hell, man. That is nice. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Is that nice or what? Look at that. The Horror Monday. Fuck. Expensive, don't you think? What can I say? It looks pretty damn amazing. What do you think? Does that look amazing? Car Fund, $10. AC3, hope you're doing okay. Where is the love for the Rolex Datejust anymore? It used to be a great entry-level Rolex. Do you see it coming back in popularity? That's a very good question. The Datejust. I think datejust itself is great. I love them. Personally, if I was to buy one, I'd want a steel, smooth bezel, oyster bracelet, blue dial. That's me, okay? Because I really do think they are very, very special. You know what I mean? Datejust themselves are gorgeous. I love the Wimbledon. You know who had the Wimbledon? That was Mental Jock. Mental Jock had the Wimbledon. He loves it. And I got to be honest with you. What happened is, see, the sports models just overpower it. What's happened is the market's come back. The market's come back. And for me, see, I really wanted a bluesy. I like the bluesy. See, I'm a blue dial man, okay? So they're making so many options in sports. I wouldn't go to the non-sports range. That's the whole thing. I wouldn't go non-sports. I go sports because that's where I live. I live in the sport. I mean, look, they're just good bang per buck. I gotta tell you, do I see them coming back? You know what? They will. The Datejust is always a cool watch. I'd prefer a Datejust to an Oyster Perpetual. I would prefer a Datejust to an King. Yes, 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 yes. I do. I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest with you. Datejust themselves there, they were mainstream. When it's so popular, it's going to die, man. It's like the 70s. They were so good. See, Datejust is the perfect one and done. It's sporty. It's business-like. All occasions. It's a great watch. You know, I'm just saying to you, man, I want to be truthful to you guys. And I got to tell you, man, I got to tell you this now. I got to tell you. I don't think they will come back the same way. We got a super chat from CB. You know, I really, I got to be honest with you guys. I love these watches, but I want to say this to you, okay? Let me say this to you. You got to realize nothing goes forever. You know, watches could end. They could fucking end tomorrow. You know that, don't you? It could all be over. All be Red fucking Rover. It could all be over. Red Rover. It's I'm just having some of my vitamins, you know. I got to be honest with you. Let's have a look. CB, Arch, you like Grand Seiko. What do you think of the Kodo? I got to tell you, man, it's the Kodo. The Kodo. Where's Kodo? Grand Seiko. Let's get the Kodo up there. Kodo. The Kodo. Now, you know what the Kodo is, don't you? You know what it is, don't you? It's a skeletonized watch. And then you guys are nuts. Why don't you approve of the open heart? You see the price of the open heart? It's cheap. Look at the Kodo. 350 fucking thousand. Are they out of their mind? Now, it's not just a normal watch, it's a masterpiece. It's a Grand Seiko, and it's also a tourbillon. Look at this fucking thing. Limited edition, 20 pieces. Grand Seiko Kodo Constant Force tourbillon. So constant force, because normally a tourbillon only works in a vacuum tube. This is a amazing watch. It's a lot of effort. Is it 350,000? Fuck. That's out of their mind. 350 fucking thousand? Are they insane? Insane or just stupid? That's what I'd like to know. Insanity. That's ridiculous. It is a beautiful watch. 350 fucking thousand beautiful? No way in the world. No way in the world. It's madness. I mean, it is beautiful. 350? Fuck. I don't think it's that beautiful. Is anything that beautiful in your life? What's so beautiful in your life you would spend $350 on it? Now we got another super chat. We got Travis Watts, $10. Archie. I love the Archie. You know? I got to tell you this. It's incredible, you know? That's what I like to say, is that it's important to me. Now, let's get this baby up on the screen. Travis Watts says, Arch, thoughts on the IWC? Let me tell you, IWC went bonkers, absolutely bonkers on their fucking, they went absolutely fucking bonkers. IWC Pilot, IW 389401. That's the Top Gun. You know what? It is an amazing watch. I love it. Why? What's not to love about this watch? It's fucking beautiful. The Top Gun. I love Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Those fucking jerk offs. You know what I mean? That's a watch to have, man. That's a watch. That's the one you want. Look at this. 13 and a half. Okay, what's that? 10 US. Just pull the trigger. It's black ceramic. I love it. I'm not a big ceramic fan myself, but you know what? Fuck it. That's all I say. Fuck this shit. Fuck it. Because you know why? Who really cares? You know what I'm saying? I got to tell you something. You only live once in this world. And if you're not quick to grab it, it'll be gone. You got to make the most out of the shit that life serves up to you. The shit sandwich in the cafeteria of life. Man, you can only try your best, and sometimes your best is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's never good enough. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes in life they want more. More? Yeah, more. They want fucking more out of you. These fuckers want more. It never stops. It never stops. You know? This is the reality, man. It's the reality. You got to realize this shit. Top Gun. What do I think of the Top Gun? Fuck the Top Gun. Fuck it good. You know what? The price of the Top Gun's what I paid for the Breguet second hand. That's right. You want to buy used. You want to buy pre-owned shit. Okay? Get the pre-owned shit. There's no point buying new. No point buying new. What else do? You tell me. What else do you do? What else do you do? It's tricky. It's a tricky thing. The grand scheme of things, the IWC Big Pilot, it's a nice watch. Cheesy. A little bit. It's a little bit cheesy. But we like cheesy shit. Microwaved instant macaroni. Okay, look at it. The back of it there. Top Gun, United States Navy, Fighter Weapons School. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, isn't it? IWC. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Now we got another super chat. CB, $5. CB, $5. Okay, so no Grand Seiko Kodo for 350,000. What would you buy with 350? Just one piece. Just one piece. What would I buy for 350,000? Good question. Good question. What would I buy for $350,000? You know what? I can tell you something for sure. I wouldn't be buying a lot of this. I got to be honest with you. It ain't always fair. For 350,000 smacker fuckaroonies, what would I buy? Let me tell you. Let me give you the drum. You want to know what I'd buy? For 350,000 fuckers? Let's go to Chrono 24 and do some shopping, fuckers. Fuck faces. So first thing I'd do is I would say, right, we want to get a Patek. Let's get a 5270. Fuck it. Let's go big guns. Okay. 5270. We're going to have a look at the pricing here. Fuck. 5270. And this is in Aussie dollars. Let's change that to US because that's what the Americans use. They use US dollars. Now let's look at this. See, there we go. I reckon a white gold would be nice. $120,000. Yep, let's do that. So 5270, 130,000 bucks. Okay, done. So that's a perpetual calendar chronograph. What else do we want? Okay, I tell you what else we want. We want a 5231. We go for the J. Yellow gold. That's another 100. So it's 130 plus 100 and let's say 130 plus 110. 115. 110. Let's say 110. That'll discount a bit. 130, that's 230, 240. 240. Okay, now what else do we want? 240. 240. We got 90 to spend. 5712. Let's go and check these fuckers out. Let's check these fucks out. 100,000. There we go. I reckon we could get this fucker. You know what? They discount it. They're desperate for sales. You know this, don't you? They're desperate for sales. Let's have a look. So get it on a strap for about 80 grand. There we go. We got it on a strap. Look at that. What more do you want? What more could you possibly want in life? That is it. That's the meaning of life, guys. That's it. That's what I would do. 50. So that gives you that gives you your 350. You get a Nautilus 5712R, Khaleesi dial, enamel dial world time, and a perpetual calendar chronograph. Fuck me dead. All your main bases. 3-piece Patek collection. Blow anyone out of the water. If you wanted to pull it back a bit, pull the pricings down a bit, you could say, okay, well, why don't we go for a Aquanaut 5167 or 64? Let's see what these bastards are going for. See, this would be a little cheaper instead. Yeah, that 40 grand. Look at that, 40 grand. Yes, sir. We could get a Aquanaut. We could get a world. We could get an Aquanaut. We go down in prices. We could go to a standard world time, and instead of a perpetual calendar chronograph, just go for a fucking perpetual calendar. $53.20. Let's have a look. Look at that. $53.20. 50 grand. 60 grand. Look at that. I must admit, those fuckers, Kesslowitz and the fucking Zeal, they got this shit worked out well, see? They know what they want. Super chat. CB, $5. Archie, did not read the instructions. One piece only. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, if that's the case, 5970p. What do we get at 5970p? There we go. 5970p. That's what I'd go for. 300 fucking $1,000. I love the 5970. That's the Patek perpetual calendar before the present one. What do you think of that? Fuck yes. What more do you need in life? If you had this watch, what more would you really need? What do you need if you have that watch? You don't need much, do you? You don't need much. You can just enjoy your life, be happy, content. You don't need to do anything. You can't always get what you want. So that's exactly what I would do. It's yeah. It's very good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It is great stuff. I would love to get some panelists on. Why is nobody coming on today? What is it? What is so toxic? What is so toxic? It's so toxic, it's not funny. I don't know why it's toxic like this. Toxicity. The toxicity is strong. We got a strange situation where I'm trying my best to get as many punters as I can on the streams. We've got to get some punters on there. Otherwise, it's boring. That's right. We've got to get some punters on. Otherwise, it's boring as fuck. That's what we like to do. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It is tough. Life is tough. Life's not fair. We got a super chat from Herman Love. What you buy for $100 gazillion, Nia? What you buy for $100 gazillion? That's a good question. $100 gazillion. $100 gazillion. I love my gazillion dollars, don't you? I got to tell you something. I want to show you something, guys. I'm going to bring up full screen. I'm going to show you. I want to introduce to you a new watch. Merca. Now look at this. This is a watch. Great case. Look at this. I like this. It's an indie. It's got a quality strap. Look at that. Thoop strap. Love it. Love my thoopies. The watch itself, you know what it is? Manual wind. Manual wind. That's right, fuckers. Manual wind. You know why, don't you? For quality. Big crown. It's got a Rolex Submariner. Big fuck off crown. Big fuck off crown. And this uses 40. I got to tell you, man, it's a 39 mil watch, 20 mil straps, 12 mil case size. Movement, it's a mod 10. Mod 10 movement. Okay. And this brand here, Merker, Van Merker wristwatch. You know this brand here? Let me tell you. Hey, Doc, how are you?
I'm good. I just figured I'd be your safety net for a while until the A-team shows up.
I'm going to show you this watch. I just got this watch in for myself, okay? It's a Merker.
Is that the watch you let some of your lady friends wear?
No, this is another watch. Van Merker wristwatch was founded in 2016. We are committed to the advantages of Chinese design and Chinese-made refined stable watches and the surrounding products into the home of every watchmaker, watch lovers in the world. At present, the brand has a number of independent brands: Merker, Pierre Paulin, Seizingen, Red Army, and so on. Has hundreds of products, appearance, patents, copyrights, and trademarks. Customers in 40 countries and regions around the world. You know the best thing about this Chinese watch?
They're advertising for it.
They're honest. They're not pretending to be something they're not. And you know something? You know something or not?
I'm confused, but sure.
I want to tell you this now. This watch here has a price point of $100 $99.
Well,
It's not expensive. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
I'm a little confused because 5 years ago,
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, 5 years ago, that might have been described by the pontiff as a shitter.
But you know something? It's not a 2,000-pound shitter.
No.
It's an affordable shitter.
It's $100 shitter. Yes. Yes.
$100. Let's not forget that.
Oh, in other words, it's cheap, but it's not too cheap.
It's quality. You understand?
Well, I think if you squint and you don't really know much about them, it does remind one of a Patek.
I wasn't going to say that, but you know what? Many people have said the same thing.
I mean, you know, I'm not a Patek guy, but I guess for those who are, they can't hate it too much, right?
You know what? I love it. You know, this turmeric, you could wear this when you're eating turmeric. You know that?
All right, you just had to. Yeah, I don't mind. I have no problems with recommending turmeric to diets for health. So yes, you can eat it with turmeric. I have to admit that, you know, I mean, the layout is pleasant. It's reminiscent of many of the vintage watches of the 60s, but it's
Link
pleasant.
is pinned. It's pinned, guys. Now we've got a few super chats here. We got Golden Baba, $2. Ain't no link, bozo. Link is pinned and posted. And we got CB, $2. Archie, give it to the guy that washes your car. That's me.
What about the other car? Maybe
Doc, I got a small problem. Can I talk to you about
Honda.
a problem?
You can always talk to me about a problem. I may not have an answer, but you can still talk.
So I take my BMW to an independent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, whatever you do, don't reset the computer for the oil change because I've got a service pack and I want them to change the oil. It's saying 4,000 kilometers time.
Cool. They don't normally do that anyway, unless you ask them to, right?
Anyhow, he reset it by mistake.
Moron.
So what do I say to him? What do I say to my dealer?
Unfortunately, I'm not really sure, but you can say that you did it by mistake, because I don't think they'd believe that a mechanic did it by mistake for no reason. I mean, if they're changing the oil, then it makes sense that they do it by mistake. But I think you can say that you were, trying to DIY in your car and everything, and you accidentally reset it. Now, what I need to know though is, how do you reset it?
I
It's
think
not
you
a
need to
button.
have a
I think it's a
yeah,
special tool.
yeah, scan tool. You need a scan tool.
Well, you could just tell the truth. Complete silence. Well, here's my thought.
Okay, yeah, we can to the truth. Okay, I agree with you. I might just talk to the dealer and tell him the truth. Say, look, I got an extra oil change done, and the idiot reset the computer.
You could even embellish it and say that they did the work without your approval, which is true, because they weren't supposed to reset it. So you can say that you took the car in for some things, and they ended up doing that without your approval.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, what does it matter? Because they're obligated to change the oil regardless, aren't they? Or is your contract violated because someone else changed it?
I don't know. I think I might go with the honesty bit.
I think that's your best bet. Yeah.
Give it to the guy who washes your car. You know what? Do you think this is garbage? Seriously, I want to ask you.
I think that's something for one of your kids, or it's something
Can I
for.
tell you one thing? You know what I mean?
You like it? Don't tell me you like it.
It's actually, I went overseas and I saw some independents. I think this is equally as good as many of the independents I saw.
Oh yeah, it kind of even reminds me slightly of a Ming.
Yes.
I mean,
exactly.
The Ming's a little more
and this
intricate,
is $100.
Well, the Ming is a little more intricate, right? But in terms of the dial design, the general layout, it does remind me of some of the Mings I've seen. So, not my cup of tea, but as long as it's yours, that's all that's really important. If you like it, I mean, because here's the deal.
Can I please read you something? I want to tell you something, okay?
Go for it.
Marriage is like a book. The first chapter is a poem and the rest is prose.
Marriage is like a book. When it hits you, sometimes you go down.
In reality, most marriages are like this. No matter how passionate the love was when young, the relationship tends to become dull and routine in middle age, just like holding hands. Love without marriage is fragile like a bubble. Marriage without love is dull like plain water. So in middle-aged marriages, it is a lack of love or genuine boredom towards each other.
Wow, that was long-winded.
Some say the killer of marriage
shorter.
is not infidelity, but time.
Wow, that's long-winded, much longer than mine. You want me to counter that? Most marriages end in disaster, and there's an 80% chance she's going to leave you.
Sorry?
I said most marriages end in disaster, and there's an 80% chance that she's going to leave you. It's alluding to the fact that 80% of divorces are filed by women. Unless they're college educated, then it's 90%.
Say that again?
I said they say that 70 to 80% of divorces are filed by women. Unless they're college educated, then it's 90% of divorces are filed by women. So,
Doc, talk to me.
I'm just saying all this because people love to say that I don't know why they think I hate women. I don't hate women. I just like establishing patterns. That's all.
I hope you weren't upset with me the other day.
In what way? Oh, when you
I
were talking
told-
about my good friend?
Yeah, I told you you weren't direct. You fucked around too much.
And you know what? I did on purpose. I wasn't interested anymore. I started working on her in high school. In high school, I had a crush on her. I started working on her in high school. She decides she has to wait until she's like 45 years old to respond favorably.
Hello, JJ. How are you?
Hello, Arch. Oh my God, are we doing car talk? What's going on here?
JJ,
We were actually doing
we got
lady
many
talk there,
talks today.
JJ.
I just wanted to say to you, JJ,
We can switch to cars if you want.
I wanted to say I decide who I like and don't like, and I like you. You're my good friend.
Well, that's good, Arch. It's good to be decisive, you know? Be a man of
No, but I'm
principle.
telling you, right? I wish sometimes when I make fuck ups, you'd stay with me, but I can't expect you to stay with me when I say stupid things at times.
He's
You don't make it
many
easy, Arch.
times.
You don't make it easy. I tell you that.
I know I don't make it easy, but you know, it's a dumb. I got to tell you the truth. I want to tell you the truth and enjoy our friendship.
All right. Can you tell me the truth? How much did they pay you to spruik this piece of shit on the screen here?
They gave me one for free. But the interesting thing is, JJ,
That's not answering the question.
for $100 US, right?
Right.
I got to be honest with you. I've been to a few watch shows, and they had micro brands that were several $1,000s, and I don't know if there was that much difference.
Arch, when you asked Doc what was the best thing about this watch, I was hoping your answer was going to be the marketing budget. The marketing budget.
See, what do you think? But let me ask you this: it's $99. What do you think of 90? See, it's not even worth servicing, is it?
No, it's a throwaway.
See, throwaway makes me sad. Okay.
Is it a manual wind?
Yes.
It's barely worth winding. How about that? Is that a good catchphrase advertising wise?
Now, JJ, I want to talk to you. What's going on? You doing a fun day Sunday today? Yes,
What's
no,
going on
maybe.
in your
Tell
world,
me.
Arch? Of course,
Sorry?
Arch. It's Sunday. I'm always doing it.
What is your topic for today?
We're doing the Mike the Snake signed hat giveaway today, part 2.
Mike the Snake. He's got a giveaway?
I didn't even know he signed a hat.
Yeah, there was a meetup. Tanzil, Mike the Snake, and our man Toyota
that's
Mike.
right. That's right. Yeah. I remember.
Live,
You're right.
live giveaways going on tonight. Mookie did. He's keeping track of all his super chatters from yesterday. I'm gonna keep track of all mine today, and then tomorrow we're gonna run a mega race. I think tomorrow, between everyone, and the winner gets a signed Chingao hat from Mike the Snake.
Wow, that's incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
How do
How
you
could
run
you
the
not-
race?
What's that?
How do you run this race?
Mookie's working on something, but do like a digital.
Like a digital random kind of drawing. Got it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like a
The winner-
lottery. It's like a lottery. Got it.
And I think Toyota Mo has an extra prize for tonight's winner. They're going to win a signed Pantera Hot Wheels as well. So it should be fun.
That's what
Wow, that's incredible.
I'd actually want the
How did they
Hot
get
Wheel
this-
more than the hat.
Arch, you didn't get the photos of everything, the coverage of Mo and Tan? And
Yeah,
Mike
I
the Snake?
did. There were some great shots there. I got to tell you, JJ, isn't that a nice camaraderie? Don't you think the camaraderie of the community is just so special?
Of course. The meetups are the best part, Arch, you know?
Don't you think?
Yeah. It's very cool
You know,
to see
exactly
like,
right there.
Tan and Mo, and you see Mike the Snake. If you look at that picture, he looks like a superstar in the picture.
He does. I'm going to bring it up now. We got a super chat. Super duper. Look at this. This is the hat, the Chingao. Look at this. It's an original. Look at
Oh,
that.
wow. That actually looks quality.
Yeah, big thank you to Tanzil. He made a couple for the boys. I think he made one for Mo. He made one for Mike. And we're going to
But
have
it's embroidered. right?
Yep. Yes, it is.
I got another photo. We're bringing
Wow.
it up now.
Tanzil does not mess around.
Do you ever get offers for watches like that? Do you ever get free watches sent to you, JJ?
No, I'm small time, Arch. Nobody gives a shit about me. Not even the $99 shooters.
Look at that Chingao, motherfuckers! Look at that Chingao, and he's got his Todd
great.
Begg knife shirt on. You see that, JJ?
His what?
Yes, I did notice that.
Todd Begg, the shirt. That's who Mike used to work for.
I see.
And look at Toyota Mo's wearing his AP. You see the AP? Oh, and Toyota Mo's drinking normal Coke. That's too fattening. 240
Overseas.
calories?
He's wearing
Holy
the
shit.
overseas. He's wearing the overseas, Arch. Come on, it's Mikey's Grail. He's wearing it for Mikey.
I was gonna say it looks like a Vash.
It
That's
is.
Mikey's
Vacheron overseas.
Grail. Yeah, that's Mikey's Grail, the Blue Dial root beer.
Maybe that's what you meant to say, but it sounded like you said something else.
I got to tell you, JJ, what else is going on in your world? Fill us in, please. Fill us in.
Not much, Arch. Been sick, so I've been out of commission all week.
Fun day. I want you, JJ, I hope me and you can be friends forever.
Look at
Can we
that.
do that?
Hopefully,
Can you make a vow of
hopefully.
stupidity?
Well, I mean, I can't predict the future, so that would be impossible, but I hope so.
So this restaurant that they're in there, is that in San Francisco somewhere?
I would imagine so, because they both live in San Fran.
Man,
And
that's
Tan was
Mikey
in
would have had
town.
Mikey would have had to driven down. Is Toyota Mo in San Francisco? I guess he is because he's usually
he is.
driving around it.
Yeah, and he's a huge 49ers fan. I mean, he's and he's wearing a San Fran hat, so I would say he's given enough clues.
That's incredible. JJ, do you miss, you had a same watch, didn't you? The Vacheron, you had the Vash overseas?
I did. I did like it. I missed it, but it was a little big, Art. I'm just becoming super picky. You know, like the longer you collect watches, the more you just like you become particular. I don't know. It was just a little big.
Yeah.
There is a tendency to give up on the crap. You don't really need certain things.
Yeah, well, that watch is beautiful. Great dial. I really like that watch. I just wish instead of 41, it was like a 39.5, something like that. Because it wore even a little big for a 41.
No, I wasn't speaking of that watch. That actually is nice. Although, aren't they a little delicate?
Not really. I wore that almost like as I would wear a Rolex.
Oh, you
Not-
reckon?
I would
What
say
strap did you mainly wear? What strap choice did you mainly go with, JJ?
I usually wore it on the bracelet until I got the white rubber strap. Then I was wearing it on the white rubber strap. I like that combo. I would say it's right in between Rolex and AP, you know, as far as durability.
That's
Okay,
good to
I've got
know.
I'm just putting the link now. I'm doing the link for you. I'm just saving the link. That's at 11:30. That's an hour and 15 minutes away, JJ.
I thought we agreed no link, Arch. We're not doing link no more, so there was no headache.
Why there's no link?
This way we don't have any people accusing anything of links when I come on. I could come and go as I please.
JJ, it's just shtick. Don't listen to those losers.
It's controversy.
All right,
We give you the link because you're my friend, okay?
Thanks, Arch. Appreciate it.
What's the point of coming on if you don't get the link? Fuck, that's stupidity, JJ. I thought you were the New Yorker.
Come on,
You've
man.
never posted my link.
Yeah. What about Doc's link?
That's all right.
I got to tell you something. It's I got to tell you, it's disappointing. Many things are
Costco.com. You know.
I got to tell you, some things are disappointing in life, and Doc's always looked after me. You know, this is one thing about Doc. He's always been good to me.
You've always been good to me.
Of course, Doc's a gentleman. Why wouldn't he? Why not?
Well, thank you, JJ. Actually, the reality is you've saved me tens of thousands of dollars. Quite literally. So I'm not only appreciative of you as a person, but I'm also indebted.
Imagine
Doesn't
if he could
matter.
do it for himself, Doc. What do you think?
Now I gotta ask you something, Doc. Seriously, with the I gotta ask you guys something. With the election, when's the election coming in? 25, isn't it? 2025?
No, November.
It's in November.
A few months from now.
Oh, November.
The
Okay.
election is pretty much cinched now because they tried to kill one of the candidates.
That's not the Democrats who tried to do that.
Sure, it is. You think a Trump supporter would try to kill him? That doesn't make any sense.
Someone who's a lunatic, you know.
It's a lunatic for sure. It's a lunatic for sure, but a lunatic inspired by the other side.
JJ, you know, I tell you something that Mark Goldberg said to me. You friends with Mark Goldberg?
I mean, I like Mark. I wouldn't say we're like friends. We don't talk on the phone or anything like that.
But the good thing is you guys don't fight.
No, not really.
Now, Mark said to me, no one hates you. This is for JJ, because you got a bit of fame, JJ. No one hates you more than a fan who believes you should have paid them more attention.
That's absolutely true.
Wait, can we say that again? That went over my head. I'm sorry.
I said, no one hates you more than a fan who believes you should have paid them more attention.
There's another way to say it too, JJ, which is no one hates you more than a fan who believes you didn't pay them enough attention. That's another way of saying it.
And you said this to Mark? Like someone hates Mark?
No, Mark told me this because somebody wrote him a big letter, what a cunt he is and that. And basically it's a former fan who is upset that
you want to know who it was?
You didn't stroke him enough.
You want to know who it was?
I mean, yeah, why not? Tell the world.
Should I just say it, or should there be a super chat first? I don't know. I think it's okay to say it because Mark said it in the past. Who it was?
Who was it?
Now you want to know, huh?
I thought it was somebody.
Well, there may be more than one example. I know of one example that was very well documented.
You got to remember. Can I show you a car I'm looking at, by the way?
We're switching to car talk already?
I just want to show you guys a car. Tell me what you think.
We can switch to car talk, no problem.
Okay, let's bring this up. What do you think of this?
Give me a warning time, a little warning.
What do you think of this?
I guessed right. It's a vintage.
5 Series. What do you think of that?
They were small. It looks small. It looks the size of an M2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think JJ's into this.
You know what I always say about BMW, Arch? What's the difference between a BMW and a porcupine?
Yes, the pricks are on the inside.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Didn't you have a BMW?
No, Mercedes only.
Only Mercedes?
Yeah, no Beamer. No Beamer. I actually had an Infinity. I had Infinity a couple times too.
I don't
so
know
in 1974, that would have been an expensive car, Doc, don't you think?
A little bit. Not crazy, but a little bit. But I mean, I don't know. It's not one that most people consider a favorite. Let's say that.
It's cheap, Doc. $12,000. What's that? I could swap a watch for it, but it's an old banger. I think you talked me out of it, Doc.
I think you'd be better off getting E30.
They're expensive now.
For a reason. Because it's nicer than this. That's the problem.
JJ, I want to ask you, what is happening with the watch market? Has the prices crashed? Tell me what's happening. Doom and gloom, JJ.
Or are they going to crash?
I mean, they've been steadily going down and leveling out. I don't think it's going to pick up anytime soon. It might level out. I don't know if it'll probably continue to go down.
If you had a choice to invest in crypto or classic
crypto.
watches, what would you go?
Crypto, baby, crypto. Bitcoin
Well,
is about to rebound. I think it's back
What's
over
it?
60,000 now.
Oh, okay.
I bought a little at 55 a couple of days ago. Anytime it's under 60, I nibble under 60, Archie.
JJ, I got some Bitcoin I want to get rid of. Someone gave me a donation for Lux, and
yeah, we'll do our trade again. Last time we did it, I made 30% in 2 weeks.
yeah, I'm happy. I want to get out of this dog shit. It's only $100 worth, okay?
Okay.
Can you send me your address and I'll send it to you now?
I'm not sure it works that way, but okay.
No, he sent it to me before, and then I tell him how much.
I trust him. He's cool. JJ's cool. I want to
because
get
they
out
charge
of
you fees when you do it, but
I see. When you do it the proper way, you get charged a fee.
well, they charge every time you send it back and forth, they hit you for that's
that's okay. I just want to get rid of this garbage. I gave the money to Lux because he was desperate. And,
desperate for Lux coin, huh?
Lux coin. That would be good.
He wanted the money. I said, okay, I'll do it. I said, I'll have to work it out with JJ. JJ, I've only got a couple of people who do the crypto crap. So just put your thing there and I'll pay it to you now, JJ.
All right, let me see how I send you the link.
Thank you. I got to tell you something, Doc. Would you rather invest in Daytonas or Bitcoin?
Well, I've already done it. I've invested more in vintage Daytonas than I have in Bitcoin.
Wow.
I have too many, probably. I probably have too many. Well, because see, the problem is they had three different versions of the vintage, right? Yep. They also had pre-Daytonas, which I liked the immediate pre-Daytona to the actual Daytona. So yes, that means there's all these, and then for every watch you had the option of getting steel bezel or bakelite bezel, right?
Yes.
And then on top of that, they offered them with gold, so you could get gold if you wanted. And then on top of that, they had exotic dials, which I don't own, but that would be my grail. So with all this variety, when are you supposed to stop? Tell me, when are you supposed to stop?
Yeah. It's funny because JJ himself,
yes,
he's never really been one to
he's more practical.
Yeah, he's much more practical.
Me.
See, I don't have a wife and kids, so I just get it because I enjoy it.
Oh, I see.
I'm not trying to save up for them after I'm gone, kind of stuff. I'm trying to.
Okay, JJ, that's
die
gone
with
now.
zero.
I'm sending it.
With zero. JJ's not gone. He's right here.
Did that go through? I'm just having a look.
It usually takes a little time.
Is that Avatar from American Psycho, or is it just the actor who played him?
I don't really remember anymore. It's been there for a while. I forgot why I put that there, but I don't know if it was if I looked up the movie or just the actor.
I wanted to ask you something, JJ. TV shows. What watches do you remember in TV shows? When I was a kid, you never saw many famous watches in TV shows. Besides, Sopranos had the day date. Do you remember any TV shows that they had watches?
Inspector Gadget. Penny had the Apple Watch before it ever existed.
I loved Inspector Gadget.
I'm telling you, that's where all the Apple stuff came from. All the Penny stuff. The book, right? It was the iPad. The watch was the Apple Watch. All of her stuff.
Good point. That money should have gone to you now, JJ.
All right, I'll let you know when it hits. I don't see it yet. But
okay.
Sometimes it takes a little bit.
American Psycho. That was a great movie. Do you what movie? What movie do you think changed your watch collecting focus?
Movie? I really never bought a watch from a movie, to be honest.
I like
I can't-
Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now, I like for watches.
Yeah, I never really watched a movie and said, "Oh man, I need that watch." Like, I can't think of anything.
I have to admit that when I watched James Bond, the Roger Moore James Bond, and he had like a pre-ceramic Submariner, I remember thinking that looks kind of cool. I mean, I was a kid, so I couldn't get one, but I remember thinking, wow, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind having one of those. And just a few decades later, boom.
Yes.
Because that was just pretty much it looked aesthetically like just a standard Submariner, pre-ceramic.
I got to tell you, with the James Bond, I actually love that. I liked it when he was wearing the Seikos, because I more became a James Bond fan when Roger Moore was there.
I like Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Exactly. I like his interviews with Barbara Walters, you know.
Oh,
It's like, you want to reconsider what you said about slapping her? Absolutely not. I'm going to slap her.
yeah, that was a wild interview.
I don't slap her because I want to. I slap her because she needs it.
Yeah, he was kind of.
Oh, she was just getting so upset. That was the funny part.
Oh yeah, it's not like I don't.
I
agree
think
with
he was
the thing,
trolling
but
her.
I just like that he was breaking her balls.
Oh yeah, I
was
think he was trolling her.
He had to be, right, at some point.
Yeah, because he never got arrested or anything. I think he was trolling her, and his wife's never divorced him. So I mean, you know, he was trolling her.
It was a different era. Like, apparently John Lennon did the same thing.
Oh, he gave a little slap to Yoko Ono?
Apparently to Cynthia.
Oh, I see. See, I would never do that, but have you ever
No, I
heard
don't think violence is a good thing. I'm not
it's
really.
not a good thing, but have you ever heard Yoko Ono sing?
Yes, I like that one with the blues guy. Who was it?
Oh, when he was with Chuck
B.B.
Berry?
King.
There's one where he was
Yeah.
with Chuck Berry, and suddenly she just
Yeah,
starts
Chuck Berry. That's
screaming.
right.
And they both of their eyes bulged, not just Chuck Berry's, but also John Lennon's. Like, what the hell? I don't think she was supposed to do that. I think she was just supposed to stay quiet while they played.
I know. She's cool.
She's crazy cool, I suppose, if you want to say that. Yeah. It makes fingernails on chalkboards sound like a nice thing.
Exactly. It's I got to tell you, the funny thing is with John Lennon is that, you know, he's a different era. You got to judge these people in a different era. It's a different time and place.
I'm not sure I believe that he was smacking anybody around. I just, you know, it's possible
Yeah.
while he's singing Imagine, I suppose.
Were you a May Peng fan?
Who?
Okay, you're not a serious enthusiast then, I can tell.
Enthusiast of what? John Lennon?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. He had a nice Patek.
Yes, he did.
As long as you like gold.
Yes.
What's a May Ping?
That was a lady who Yoko arranged for John Lennon to have a relationship with.
Oh, like a three-way?
Mm. Arch, who cares about John Lennon anyway? It's all about Paul Pluto McCartney.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta
I like
ask
that
you.
story. I didn't know you were named after Paul McCartney.
Yeah. My mum was a huge Beatles fan, and he wears an Aquanaut. Paul McCartney wore an Aquanaut. What's happened to Bear's Aquanaut? Do you think he'll sell it? What happens to Bear? You never really hear about Bear's stuff, do you?
I think the only watches that Bear is really married to tend to be the Rolex. So I could see him potentially growing tired of that and selling it.
JJ, what do you think the hobbies? Whereabouts are you on the collecting? Are you still passionate about the whole watches and stuff, or
I'm ready to sell it all, Arch. Pack it in.
now? When you say this, I know a lot of it's clickbait with you, right?
No.
But there is a bit of truth there. Let's be honest. There is a bit of truth. Okay.
I want
Otherwise,
one
why
of those
would you?
I want one of those $99 watches you just showed. Right off into the sunset.
I mean, you would never sell your day date, right?
No.
How many do you really need? But I mean, watches are such a.
I thought the other day, if I really had to narrow it down, I think I could get to. Oh, I think I could get to 2 if I had to, but I think I could get to 4 comfortably. I think I'd keep my day date.
Yep.
A steel GMT on Jubilee.
Yep.
A Royal Oak and my Patek 5205. I have 2 Rolex, 1 AP, 1 Patek. Be done.
And you get rid of that stupid LV box.
Yep. If I only have 4 watches, what am I going to do with it?
How much do they go for? Do they go for much? Are they hard to sell, or what are they like?
I don't know. I never tried to sell one. I mean, I'm
They're
sure you're going
expensive as fuck now. By the way, you were right about that fake one. I know what you're saying about the cushions, but it was it looked pretty good, JJ.
Questionable cushions, though.
That
Questionable
horrible
cushions.
smell. I don't know why they have the horrible chemical smell. That's the thing they don't.
They save money by not fumigating it.
Archie, you could tell that thing was fake from a mile away, man. Come on.
It was pretty good, JJ. Like it was the locks looked good. The locks.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I just remember JJ jumped on it pretty quick as fake.
JJ's pretty good. I wanted to ask you something, guys. Would you consider buying a camera? Look at this. I love this. Houdinki does many camera shots with vintage cameras in the background. Do you think you need a prop camera like that?
Is that a Nikon? Doesn't look like a Nikon.
No, I think it's a Leica or Fuji.
Only if you could write it off, Archie. You got to ask your accountant if you could write it off.
Do you really need a vintage camera to take a
Well,
picture
it just
with
adds
yet
to the
a
flair.
digital
They're
camera?
Cool. They're
Well,
really
if you just want it as a prop, you can probably pick one up at a garage sale somewhere. One that's probably not functional, but clearly vintage. Yeah. It wouldn't be a Leica, though.
You know what throws me off? They have a picture of the watch and the camera. What are they taking the picture with?
With a decent camera.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're using a digital camera for the picture.
Right.
I don't know if for a while people were insisting that they preferred the old school over the analog over the digital, so to speak, but I don't think anybody does that. I think everybody uses digital cameras now. Who knows?
Oh, I see.
I like the pictures of watches where they include driving gear in the background.
Oh, driving gear.
Sometimes gloves, and sometimes sunglasses, and sometimes
With the knuckles cut out.
Yeah, those are kind of cool to me. I never understood having a camera in the photograph because, like JJ says, well, then what are you taking the picture with?
No, because
But
it's cool. You understand? It's just
I
very
understand
cool.
it's supposed to be cool, but I don't know. For me, so many of the watches have their legacy based upon racing. So to me, and maybe because I'm a chronograph guy also, but to me, it's cool to have pictures with the racing gear. I suppose divers, having pictures of divers with some forms of diving gear is also kind of cool.
You know those helmets, they're very expensive, to buy those helmets. You've seen those, those brass diving helmets? They're incredibly dear.
I didn't know they were a
You know
collector
those
item.
old helmets, those old
Yeah.
helmets.
Like from the 40s.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know they were collector's items and people collected those.
Oh, they do.
Gents,
Anything.
I gotta hop off, gents. Thank you for having me on. I'll
Hey,
see you guys
JJ,
tomorrow.
thank you so
Thanks.
much, man. I'm linking to your show free of charge. And you got my PayPal, haven't you, for that money there?
Yep, I'm just waiting for it to come through. Sometimes it's a little slow, Arch, but once it comes
Yeah.
through,
No. I trust
all
you,
right.
man. I trust you. JJ, me and you are tight as they come, okay?
Tight as a clamshell. That's it. All right, Arch.
I don't care what anyone says. Me and you are friends forever, okay?
Yeah, I don't care what they say about you, Arch. We're always going to be friends.
Exactly. Thank you.
It's like when you say, I don't care what they say, you're not an asshole.
I love you, JJ. Thanks for
see you
coming
guys.
on, man. Thank you for saving me. I was just sinking. Thank you. Oh, what a nice logo you've got there. What a
I didn't
nice
know what we were
BB.
going to talk about next. Are we
Where
talking
did you get
fishing?
this logo from?
You know what? I forget the company. I think the company
It doesn't
was
matter.
called...
Just say it doesn't matter. Just say, yeah, I ran it up. That's it. Just it.
Yeah.
JJ.
Well, it's usually a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It doesn't exist except for in my mind. So I saw a company and the logo was similar to that. And then I just added the shark. I think they had a fish and I said, no, I want a shark. And yeah, just playing around. I don't know what we're talking about, so it's hard to know. I try to chase my avatar around the topic.
Tell me this, vintage. What have you found with vintage? Why is vintage so
That's a good question. I think that, do you believe in reincarnation?
Yes, I do.
I almost feel like I feel like I'm drawn to it because of my past life. That's the only way I can describe it. Because if I go to a jeweler and I'm looking at the newest stuff and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I like the Sky Dweller and I think, oh, I should get one of those. That's kind of cool. And so I try them on. Oh, that's cool. I tried on a Tudor 54. I was like, oh, that reminds me of some of the vintage pieces. Maybe I should consider getting one. And then as soon as I go to the jeweler, they actually have vintage pieces, I lose my mind on that stuff. It's like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. Oh, so I just think it's some sort of a reincarnation experience or something. It's like a past life, maybe. Hard to say. I find it funny when, I go places like Tanzil likes to talk about when I used to trust California more. I remember going to California and wearing a Daytona, a vintage Daytona. It's like, that's incredibly stupid. But when I did it and I'm on the airplane, woman looks over and says, oh, you're wearing your grandfather's watch. So
yes,
That is what it looks like, I'm imagining. That's kind of the appearances that got handed down in the family. But
Doc, I'm going to ask you this, okay?
yes, sir.
What's wrong with this collection here? What is wrong with it?
Oh, you don't want to ask me that, do you?
No, tell me.
I'm not gonna give you an answer that's gonna make you happy.
You don't need to make me happy. I just want the truth.
Okay. Because I'm not saying you can't handle the truth, but it might be a little painful. So here's the thing. There's two things that I would do with this collection at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
One, I'd get rid of the JLC Chrono. It just looks a little too Invicta for me. It just does. I'm sorry. And I don't like Invicta. If I liked Invicta, then it wouldn't be such a problem. But I really don't like Invicta. And it just oozes of that. And then the other thing I would do is I'd get rid of the gunshot wound Zenith and get a traditional, traditional Zenith with, the three subdials there, different colors. It's kind of cool, We saw it at the Win. We were together at the Win. You loved it. Well, you didn't love it, but you didn't hate it.
Yes.
But I mean, I loved it. I still think about getting one. Tommy says I don't need one because if I'm going to wear that, I should probably be wearing my Panda.
Daytona.
But this would be good to get a Zenith El Primero tricolor original. That's one of those that I could wear to California and not be afraid, It'd be my watch to wear as a beater. So, but those are the two out of all those there. Those are the two that stand out as, I need to replace those.
Yes.
I like the World Time. That's your dress watch. That's your fancy schmancy watch. When you get invited to what's that thing? The Star Chamber. When you get invited to the Star Chamber, you wear your World Time and piss them off.
Yes.
And then the Breguet I'm starting to warm up to the Breguet. I'm not as much into the gold Breguet, but I suppose if you're getting a Breguet, why not go gold? So that's nice. Obviously, you want to keep your bluesy. That's probably the best one you have of all the watches. That bluesy and the World Time, that would be your two-piece collection if you were going two-piece. And then I've always liked the burgundy. I've always liked that burgundy Black Bay. When the Black Bays first came out, I was like, wow, that burgundy one looks kind of cool. So can't hate that. It's thick, too thick for me to wear, but you're a bigger guy than I am. So it works out. Not a hater of Grand Seiko. That one's rather plain, but, it's okay. And of course, you gotta love the Speedmaster. The only thing is, I'm more into the straight lug vintage Speedmaster compared to your Crown Guard case Speedmaster, but the dial's there, the bezel's there, and I'm wearing my Speedmaster as we speak. So I just would get rid of the JLC and get rid of the Zenith El Primero, or at least replace the El Primero with a closed heart, if that's what they call it. A traditional dial, 1969 reissue, Zenith El Primero. Boy, that would be nice.
You know what? I got to tell you, Doc, the funny thing is about these El Primeros is that they really do grow on you, right? Like you don't see it, right?
Well, I understand, but I see the traditional El Primero Original is so much more refined. The open heart just kind of ends up, I don't know. For me, it's maybe I'm just more of a traditionalist. It's not, it was never offered in the 70s, right? They had no such thing as that. So I don't know. It just doesn't, I don't understand it. Maybe also, I'm not a tourbillon guy either. If it had a tourbillon, I wouldn't be into that. But that's not even a tourbillon, so it's like, I don't know if I need that.
Yeah, you know, with your collection, do you have a theme? Like you like Daytonas? Do you have like two parts
Well,
to your collection? What do you try and do?
I I just get what I like. I don't really have a theme. I mean, I loosely have a theme in that I've got uh, I've got the Daytonas, and one of them is gold.
Yes.
Uh, and I've got the alternating dials for most of the three. So I like having the pandas and reverse pandas, and I never know which day I want to wear what. So I like having both. Um, and then I have a few Submariners, and I want to get one more because I think I want to get a 30 dial sub. And I've got the GMTs, the 1675, both two-tone and steel, which I don't wear enough, but I do enjoy them.
You
And
love the two
that's
tones, don't you?
well, I'm not. I don't mind admitting I'm a fan of the two tones. I like the two tones subs because I can get nipple dials, so I have two nipple dial two-tone subs. And I also like the two-tone because I can get a bluesy. So I've got a two-tone bluesy, which has gone purple. Thank you, Rancher. So even Rancher admits that he's now looking for another purple bluesy, apparently. So that one is one that a lot of people a lot of people who know a little bit about watches think it's fake. When they see me wearing the purple bluesy, they think it's fake because they'll say, Rolex never made purple dial. And I say,
Yes.
one guy at Costco said that. I was actually going through the check stand and one of the guys saw it. He says, I was looking at that. I just assumed it was fake.
Oh, he's
And I
already
said,
said to you.
yes. He said, I just assumed it was fake, but then I look at it and it looks pretty much like a real Rolex. And I said, it is. It's a Submariner. And it turns out he knew about all the different watches, and it was a sub. And that's when I ended up explaining it was a bluesy that turned purple. He's like, I didn't know it would do that. And as we're talking, he Googled it and found that, in fact, I was telling the truth. So that's how you tell somebody they're a liar without telling them they're a liar.
Yes.
Which I didn't mind. I like that he looked it up and he saw it. And he says, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. So,
Incredible.
yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell him that they're hard to find.
No.
Sounded like he was interested in getting one himself.
They are very attractive.
It's of the Rolexes I have. It's really, other than the comment about that being your grandfather's watch, and she never said it was a nice watch. She implied it, but never said it's nice. She just said, "Oh, that's your grandfather's watch, I bet, isn't it?"
People have
So,
no idea. Don't you see that?
oh no, she could tell it was an older watch. She had no idea even what brand it was. She didn't know it was a Rolex or whatever. She just thought it was an old watch. She could see the patina. She could see,
Yeah.
because you got a slight discoloration on each of the subdials. So it was a reverse panda that I was wearing. And so it wasn't white. It was like gray. It's got the patina thing, a grayish, brownish subdial. So she could tell it was old. That's all. She just saw it's an old watch. The sub, the purple bluesy, does not look old. And it's super polished. That's the way I picked it up. That's the way Rancher did it. So the lugs are fully polished, not brushed. It's kind of blingy, and it does not look old because it's so polished. So,
Yes.
most people just say that's a nice watch. I had a guy who used to fly from the States to Thailand on a regular basis, a pilot guy that I got to know. And he says, "Oh, that's a nice watch there." And one of the guys checking me out at a grocery store ended up saying the same thing. "That's a nice watch there," you know. So I realized it's probably one of my nicer Rolex, to be honest. Not the most expensive, but one of the nicer.
How do you feel about modding this stuff after you've had your fun with your mods? Do you take these mods off?
I only lightly mod, you know, and the mod made sense. I mean, most people agree the mod made sense. Even when I took it to the watchmaker, the purple bluesy, I took it to the watchmaker. I had my black bezel. It had the faded blue bezel, and I took it and I said, "I just would like you to swap the bezel." He's like, "That's not the right that this is a real Rolex. You don't want to do that." I said, "But it's faded blue. It has nothing to do with purple. It doesn't make any sense. They don't go together." And then he tried to talk me out of it, but he went ahead and did it. And when he was finished, he says, "You know, this is much nicer looking. You were right. This is much nicer looking."
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is because, you know, the purple in dim light looks black. So having a faded blue dial with having a black dial and having a faded blue bezel, and then it's a shiny watch. So it's not like it's an old watch with a faded bezel. None of it made sense that way.
Can I ask you something? Like, people have looked at my collection and said you got too many chronographs. Do you know why I have so many chronographs in this collection?
You like timing your
So they don't tell me to get a 5170.
Well, as you know, I mean, one of the few Pateks I like is a 5170.
We got a few super chats. We got Yankee Doodle, $5.
Thank you, Yankee Doodle.
Your regular Type 20 was 10 times more charming than this brash gold Breguet. I don't like it.
Well, you know what, Yankee?
Well, the only problem
that's how I felt.
Is that the Type 20 is a bit small.
The gold is I'm starting to warm up to the gold, but I felt exactly like Yankee Doodle when you got it. I was like, oh,
but you understand what I'm saying? The Type 20 is a bit small.
No, it's not. It's larger than it when it originally I think they were 37 millimeter Breguets in the 50s. The Type 2 in the 50s I think was 37. Certainly it wasn't as large as this.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, you know, those.
Oh, it's smaller than others.
This is my premium selection. I want to show you my premium selection, Doc. Premium, you know, not just garbage I've flown together. This is premium selection. Have a look at this, Doc. So that's the 4 premium pieces.
Well,
so it's got the chocolate dial. It's also got the way they do the center seconds. Do you understand? It's got the 2. It looks like a split second chronograph to the untrained eye.
Well, I'm warming up to the Breguet, okay? And the Breguet,
it counts.
If you wear the Breguet, the bottom line is if you're wearing the Breguet, you can feel confident that you're wearing a nice looking watch. I mean, it's not ugly. I don't think that's what Yankee's saying. I think he's saying that it should be steel, and I agree. But
we got Uzi jumping on. Hello, Uzi. How are you?
Archie.
Uzi, how you going, man?
I've got a question. I deleted my last account, and it kind of like took it. It returned the super chats I sent to you on my bank account, then it took it out again. It's doing that like multiple times. Something's acting up with my shit. Did it go through on your end? I'm paranoid.
I don't even know because they don't tell you at the back end.
Okay. I can't send you a. I don't want to send you a pay. That's my business. PayPal's my business. I'm not fucking around with that. I'm not doing that because I don't want to use PayPal.
Okay.
I wanted to send you a few bucks. I asked a few people. They ghosted me. Yeah. I'm blocked. Google protected me from myself.
I see. So I take PayPal.
I'm not doing PayPal. It's my business. I'm not mixing
Just
my
hang
business with that shit. Plus, it
Just
has your
hang
personal
on.
information, man. We don't want to do that.
Well, certainly
have-
not on air.
Yeah, you don't have. You can't use Cash App in Australia. That's anonymous.
Really?
What, Cash App? Yeah, Crappy showed me how to use the. You create your account at first initially with the correct info, but then you can go in and change it to like a burner name, so it doesn't. Yeah, it becomes.
But you're saying
anonymous.
Australia doesn't allow it?
That's what I'm hearing. Someone said that in the chat. I don't know if they're fucking with me or not, but the UK or something or.
Sorry about that. I just had a technical problem there. Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Hello?
hear you.
Yeah.
least
Do
I
you,
can.
what, you didn't hear me talking?
Sorry, I just lost you for a minute there. You know what? Whatever's easier for you, man. I'm happy to do any. Uzi, I love your watches, man. How is your collection going? Tell me this.
Well, I have the gold date. I bought a plain gold date from 1995. It's in very good condition with box and papers, and I bought a Submariner, a sub date, a 2019 sub date.
What size date?
36. I got two 36 day dates.
Traditional.
That's fantastic. That's amazing.
Yeah, I like them. They're cool.
Your one is not standard either. You got factory diamonds and shit on it.
Well, I bought two of them.
Oh,
They are
man,
so
after
much more expensive than standard ones. You know?
Yeah,
They're
it was like
double.
30. It was 30 grand.
you're a man after General Sod's heart.
Tell
I
me
keep
this.
on hearing about Saw. Yeah,
Do
Well,
you
because
feel?
he's a big fan of the day dates, especially when they're
I heard that. Yeah.
especially off.
How do you find the
catalog.
36? How do you find the 36?
How do you find a 36?
Yeah, does it wear nicely? Is it too small?
Oh,
What
okay.
is-
Yeah, no, it's fine, man. I'm not the biggest guy, so it's good for me. I like
What
it.
size wrist do you have? Like 7-inch?
Maybe something like that. I got to take like 2 links out of the date, maybe 2 or 3. So yeah, I don't got the biggest. I need to
But
start
I think
lifting.
for
Maybe
you-
I don't know.
I think it works perfectly, doesn't it? The day date
Yeah, it's
works
fine.
pretty. Yeah, yeah. See, I've gone into chunky monkeys. I'm into hockey pucks. I wear dinner plates. These big fucking. You know what? I wish I could go back to 36 mil. It's such a good size. Such a good size.
I tried on
Yeah.
the large one and it felt too big. It maybe also because it was platinum, but it just felt like it was bigger even than a Speedmaster. Which
The
is
40.
bigger. Yeah, the Speedmaster Pro is supposed to be 42, right? But when I tried on a platinum day date, it felt like it was bigger than even a Speedmaster Professional.
Does
So-
it have more weight to it than the gold one, or
Oh, it had more weight because it was a
density
platinum
wise?
that I tried
Is it
on.
denser or something?
But it just felt bigger on my wrist. It felt like it. And if you're looking for wrist presence, I suppose that's fine. But in my case, when I put it on, I have a 7-inch wrist, and it just felt like it was too big. And it felt bigger than a Sky Dweller. It felt bigger than a Sky Dweller.
That's
Wow.
That's a 42. The Sky Dollar is a 42 or 40.
I think it just has to do with the
41.
design of the case or something, because I know the Sky Dweller is supposed to be bigger, but and a Speedmaster Professional is supposed to be bigger, but it just felt like it was bigger than those. I don't know. It just felt like it was too big. It felt like a 36 would be the sweet spot for me if I were going to wear one. Yeah.
I got to tell you something. I think you've got 2 day dates. Have you got any steel Rolex, Uzi?
Yeah, I got a sub date.
So you got 2 day dates and a sub date.
Correct.
What more do you
What-
need?
I don't
Ceramic?
know. Yeah, it's a 2019 sub date. It's a 40 millimeter 2019 sub date.
Fucking perfect.
I like it.
It's what? Tell me this. How did you get into these Rolexes? What made you get Rolex?
Well, Rolex is the watch that we all hear about?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Did you get it before or after Archie Luxury?
Oh, before. That's why I came on here. That's how I found out about this plate. I was looking for watch info. That's how I found this.
Amazing. And tell me this. Do you have any plans for any other Rolexes?
No, I'm looking at watches. I look at them, but it doesn't mean I have to buy them. I'm window shopping like you guys do now.
Yeah, tire kicking.
Yeah, tire kicking.
Tell me this. You're in the hobby. How have you found the hobby since you've joined the hobby?
Yeah, that's a good question. I rotate the watches. I wear the day dates on weekends, and I wear the sub date all week when I'm working.
Yes.
So that's kind of a thing that I started doing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think you have some super chats, and it might
We've
be
got some
interesting
super
to
chats. Let's catch up
get
on these super
Uzi's
chats here.
opinion on some of this.
Here we go. We got a super chat from Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle, $5. And your JLC has no traditional JLC DNA. Don't like it. Yeah, they actually brought this out. This was their first chronograph. Came out. This is the Series 2. They had a Series 1. It was a column wheel, vertical clutch chronograph. It's relatively new. That's true. That is true. We got
Uzi,
Yankee Doodle.
what do you think
$2.
about the JLC?
The rest-
Should he get rid of
Sorry.
it or keep it?
I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be. It's not my thing. JLC's not. It doesn't really catch my attention.
No.
Yeah, I'm
Yankee
sorry.
Doodle, $2. The rest of your collection is cool.
Exactly. The JLC is the one that needs to be dealt with. You know, traded, sold, whatever it is. It just doesn't go along with everything else that is an Archie Luxury collection. In my
Which one
opinion.
is it? Which one is it even? I don't even know. I can't tell what a JLC
Oh,
is.
that's
Is it
this one here. That's the JLC there. That's
the
that
far
big
left?
chunk. The one in
That
the
one,
middle
right.
now. I just highlighted it. Hockey puck. Solid gold.
It's got the humongous pushers, and it just reminds me of an Invicta. I just can't understand.
That's because it's waterproof. That's the waterproofing system, Doc.
No, come on. When Rolex puts screws on its pushers, it doesn't mean they got to double the size of the pusher.
No, I understand.
I like one single push. The three of them kind of. It never like drew my attention to grab it when it's got the three pushers. I don't.
No.
Is that
No,
weird
it's
to
a
me?
bit of an acquired taste there. We've
Yeah.
got another super chat here. Yankee Doodle, $2. Personally, not a fan of diamonds on men's watches. I would agree with you, except on day date. I think the day date looks amazing with diamonds. And if I had my way, diamond dial, diamond bezel, it's nothing quite like Rolex factory diamonds.
What
And
about
you
the
got the
sapphire?
bezel.
Sapphire. What about the sapphire? It's blue.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
not a big. I prefer diamonds. I prefer the diamonds.
I like it when it's stealth. I like it when it's diamond indices, and you have to look carefully to see that it's actually diamond.
I
You
just
know.
got someone said to me sometimes with the way the super chats work, you might have to shut that window down and open it up again. Sometimes it plays up. That's what
Yep,
happens.
you have to reset it. That's true. You do have to reset.
Oh, I
it.
tried all. No, this is a serious thing. It's fucking telling me all kinds of stuff. It's sending stuff to my bank account that wants 6 digits, but it's only 3. It's deep. Someone got me.
Well, it's okay to be paranoid because sometimes they're out to get you.
I got to tell you something there. You've got the sub. Would you ever go for a bluesy Uzi?
I'm
Bluesy Uzi. Bluesy Uzi.
Two-tone. Two-tone's
I think
not my,
Uzi needs
thing.
a bluesy.
Two-tone's not my thing, man. Yet.
What
It's
if
not
you
my
got a
thing
full
yet.
gold bluesy?
That's cool, but I wouldn't go blue. I would want black.
No blue?
I would want the black. A
The black is-
Submariner. I would want a Submariner. A full
Well, but-
gold Submariner with a black dial. That's cool.
Would you consider the variety, since you already have a Submariner, that obviously it's a black dial, that you get something that's not a black dial sub if you're going to get another sub?
Well, if you got a black dial sub and you got a completely gold bracelet, that's a different watch in itself.
It does have a different look. You are correct. I don't have one yet, but it actually is something I've considered.
I saw a full gold sub with the blue ceramic, but I was like, oh, I would rather get the black one, black ceramic.
I hear you, because when it's full gold, yeah, I got to admit, when it's full gold, it's not the same. The black dial is very nice on full gold. Yeah.
Other people like these two tones though, so I'm not judging. It's all right.
Well, I like the fact that the dial was purple when I picked up mine, the first one anyway. And then I also wanted nipple dials, which meant I had to either go with a two-tone or full gold. And so.
You mean that date window? Is that what you're?
No,
Uh-huh.
that on the when they first went two-tone in the 80s with the Submariner, they offered a variant, a nipple dial, where each of the indices, instead of it being nice and flat, it was this puckered, basically nipple dial. I mean, it looks like a nipple. I don't know how to describe it other than saying nipple dial. And they only did it for, I think, 3 years. But I found it to be really kind of cool. So it ends up looking a little bit like diamonds. You have to look at it closely to see what it is.
What, the markers around on
Yeah, the markers are
dial?
these, instead of it being flat, they're raised and
Raised
they're
up.
referred to as nipple, and they end up looking like small diamonds until you look closely.
And that's only that's a 3-year only, so that's like that's kind of a rare piece, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a very particular about what you like.
Well, I like the vintage pieces, and don't really know why. Just know that that's what I like. And when I saw the nipple dials, I didn't know that they were rare. I just said, "Ooh, I got to get one of those. Those are cool." And once I started looking, it took me forever to find one. In fact, there were people saying it didn't exist as a two-tone, that the only way you could get a nipple was in full gold. And anytime you saw a two-tone with a nipple dial, it was something that was custom outside of the factory. And then eventually I found the literature substantiating that it was offered for just a few years.
So you went down the rabbit hole on a vintage piece,
Way
which I
down.
can relate to, which I did on that date that has diamonds. I went down the rabbit hole pretty hard. Yeah, you did.
I think
tons of
that's a
research.
nice looking watch. I don't think anybody's going to successfully argue that that's anything less than a nice watch. And whether you like diamonds or not, some people aren't into diamonds, but you know what, when it's a day date like that, and the fact that it's 36, I think it actually pulls off the diamonds better as a smaller watch like that.
Yeah, it was a lot of research involved. It was going down the rabbit hole, like you just said, with little nuances, and yeah, that's what I did.
Are you going to stop? Are you going to get another one maybe?
Oh, they're expensive. These watches are. The next one I want is
know.
700. It's 700,000. I can't afford it.
What?
What
Oh, so that's
industry
one
are
of
you
the
involved
general
in,
sods for sure.
Uzi? What industry are you in, Uzi?
Real estate.
Ooh.
Real estate.
Well, that's a
We've
money
got
maker
Herman joining
potential.
us.
Hey, Doc.
This is
How you-
terrifying. I'm terrified.
Hey, guy.
What's up,
Yeah.
Herman?
What's happening?
I've been taking your advice. I've been
Good.
screaming. I've been screaming at people to just the most vicious things, and
What?
it works. It works wonders. It works wonders. I'm
I never
calm.
advised you to scream at
relaxed.
people.
Well, you did. You said that the assholes live longer, and that
Well,
Curly after his outbursts that he feels so great. And you're right. I tried it, and it works.
Well, I mean, I was just relating an observation that's been made that assholes live longer. That's not saying you should go out there and be an asshole, knock your asshole self out.
But you're a doctor. You're a doctor, and I took your advice.
He's a chiropractor. He's a chiropractor.
No. He is the top of his profession. I know this for a fact. And it's not chiropractor. It's something coveted and on a very high
He doesn't
level.
even have a license, do you, Doc?
Well, it depends on what you're asking a license for. What?
He is an MD. He can write prescriptions for Valium and all that other stuff. He is an MD.
And that's what's most important.
And that's and Doc, and that's why I take your advice, Doc.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
spot on.
Okay.
So thank you very much. I'm going to step off. I'm going to go scream at some more people and calm down.
It was nice meeting you, Herman.
I'm glad it helped. Gee. You have to be
What a
careful
great
when you're
guy.
screaming at people. You have to scream at the right people, the people who can accept it. Yeah, you don't want to scream at the wrong people. Some people get upset.
That's
You know?
it, Doc.
Some people get upset just because you're screaming at them. What's
They
that
do. They
about?
get very funny. Screaming
that
at
about?
people is a tricky dicky thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
You can get yourself into a lot of kind of trouble screaming at the wrong person.
It makes
what
you pay
other things do you
attention.
collect, Uzi? Are you a car person, Uzi?
I was into cars. I sold it for some other stuff, but
What sort of cars were you into?
Ooh.
I like the Audi. I like the Audis,
Yeah.
like the sports ones, the RS3. I had that, sold it. I was looking at the R8,
Yeah.
but what do I need an R8 for? It's a cool looking car.
R8s are cool.
R8s
What
are
car
cool.
do you drive now?
I drive my work vehicle. A Power
Okay.
Stroke. It's a Power Stroke. 6.7 Power Stroke diesel.
Really? I thought you were going to say your work vehicle is like a Mercedes or something. That's usually what the real estate folks are driving.
No, we got to pick up garbage and stuff like that.
Oh.
Power Stroke is the Ford engine, big Ford Julie. You got a
Ford.
Julie. You got a Julie.
Yeah, it's expensive.
They're very expensive.
Very.
Power Stroke is a name used by a family of diesel engines for trucks produced by Ford Motor Company. That's what it is. Yeah.
Do they got
Yeah.
Power Strokes in Australia?
They're a bit expensive. Very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
6.7
strong.
liter diesel. 6.7 liter diesel, isn't it?
2023.
So tell me this, the real estate market, you rent out places, you renovate, you do, what do you do yourself? What's your speciality?
I tried to flip one time, but I gave up on that, and I just rent them. One of these days I'll sell them after I know for sure I made money after renting it for years. That makes sense to you.
Makes a lot
What
of
can you
sense.
buy a decent house for in America these days?
Well, if you shop around, and you go to auctions, you can get some for like if you I'd say the cheapest one, if you know how to use the you got to look at the right time on the county website. It's not a tax sale. It's maybe a tax sale, but they do it once a year. If you go to the right sale,
Yeah.
and do it the right way, you can get some of them for like $3,000. But that's
What
uncommon.
state is this in?
Pennsylvania.
Ooh, Pennsylvania. Wow.
They're cheap.
In
Houses
the
are cheap in
news.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that happened right. My family was at that event. It was a little fucked up. My family was there.
It was a little more than a little.
Yeah, my family was there. They had to jump down on the ground and fucking. I was upset yesterday over that.
What happened?
His family was at the Trump rally
Oh
during
my
the
God.
assassination attempt.
Yeah, it was not cool.
No.
No.
We got Curly in the crowd. Hello, Boo.
Hey, Boo. Hey, Doc. Hey, Uzi.
Curly, how you doing?
I know Uzi's the one that attracted you to come on.
Well, I'm not. I'm actually on headbuds right now, so I can hardly hear you guys. But yeah, what happened to Hermie? He still hasn't found that rope and tree yet. Jesus Christ, poor guy.
He's got, you've got him yelling at you now. You don't know it, but apparently
he should be barking at the moon, man.
Well, now apparently
doing,
when he's
How
screaming,
doing,
he's
Boo?
screaming at you.
Hey, I'm okay.
Oh, he's quite interesting, our friend Hermie. He's quite.
I was terrified.
I think I'm gonna live at least to 94 years old.
Did you hear my little discussion of my theory about Curly? I don't know if you heard it or saw it, if you were watching or not.
I just, Doc, all I know is, why do you keep saying I'm filling in until the A grade guys show up? You're A grade, Doc. Doc, you proved
Doc
it.
is A grade.
That solo conspiracy stream that you did, Doc, it was amazing. I'm telling you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
When are we having a?
You're talking about the one where I fell asleep, woke up, and then I'm just on the channel, just talking. That one.
Doc, that was killer. That you went on a solo. You went on an hour and a half solo thing. That was amazing.
I honestly don't even remember what I was talking about. I do not remember.
Neither do I.
And actually, we were talking. A lot of
were.
that time was just you and me talking.
I enjoy talking to you, Doc. I mean, it really soothes me. I don't have to yell and scream.
Well,
but
in case you weren't watching,
afterwards, I get a little bit of a headache.
My theory was that the only time in life that you ever yelled and screamed was when you were on the channel live in the Archieverse. That was my theory. It was.
Well, thanks, Doc. At least you understand.
Yeah, it's just sort of like, it's out of my system now. I don't need to do that for a week.
My men's support group theory is still strong. Uzi, where you been, Uzi? Are you okay, Uzi? Where's the Uzi? You deny me of going to your channel and using clips. How could you?
I deleted that channel. Something happened.
Dude, that's too wrong.
I recreated a channel, and now my super chat is all fucked up. It's not attached to Google. Something went awry. I'm trying to figure it out with Archie right now.
You recreated a channel. Okay, so you got a channel.
I call it the same name. I call it Uzi, whatever.
And you still got your old clips posted on there?
Nah.
What the fuck?
No, I just created it.
What were Uzi's videos like? I don't think I ever had a chance to
just
see
real shitty music.
So cool. They were very abstract and very cool.
So sort of like maybe a little bit like maybe Ooey, but more bizarre.
I think they were short and hard hitting. Ooey's were kind of long and drawn out.
Hey, your friend Herman's on.
Oh, no.
Hey, Hermie.
Hi, Curly boy. How are you doing?
I kneeled and I put my hands together for that memorial that you had for AC3. It was wonderful.
Oh, isn't that nice? It's so wonderful. You're such a great guy.
Yeah, you're creepy. You're an obsessive creep, Hermie. But you know what?
It's okay, Curly. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Hermie, you gotta quit screaming though when you come on the channel.
Yes, I'll quit.
We only obsess over the ones we love the most, Hermie.
Okay, Curly. Thank you.
That's true.
Exactly, Uzi. How's Mom, Uzi?
It's amazing that I got Curly to calm down for even a moment.
Well, no, I mean, I
yes,
didn't want Doc involved. I didn't want Doc involved in your obsession. You know,
oh, is that what it is? Oh, I see.
Seems like you try to involve Hoff, and you go behind the scenes and try to involve other people.
Yeah.
Show what a creep you really are.
Yes, a creep. Yes.
How's your ostrich claws doing?
My rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah, I get an IV every 4 weeks. Thanks for asking.
Well, we only love the we love the disabled the most.
Well, you like to make fun of disabled people. That's your thing.
Yep.
And you pick at the person's weakest point, and everybody loves you for it because you're such a kind human being.
I love picking on the weakest like you.
Oh yes, you're a kind guy.
And then I love the way you post all your little clips.
Yes,
so haters could fucking watch them and suck it up.
Yeah,
they suck it up. Hermie, how the fuck are you 50 years old? It's impossible.
I don't understand the question, Curly.
Well, Archie revealed that you're 50 years old. I feel that's impossible.
Well, it's true. Eat your heart out, Curly.
There's no
it's already
way.
eating itself out. Keep eating your heart out, Curly. Eat that heart of yours out, Curly.
Did you just have a birthday or something? Is that
Didn't you hear Doc's diagnosis? He's physically examined me. Hermie, I'm going to be around for a long time.
Oh, sure you are. You're perfect.
Isolated.
You're a perfect human being. Yes, you are.
Petulant fucking child like you. I hope that you find the rope. I hope you find the tree. And I hope you find your peace.
Look who's talking.
Piece of what?
Piece of something. I don't know. He is a piece of something. He's a piece of work.
Look, yes, I know. You've got lots of words and nothing to say.
Hermie, I didn't think anybody could be creepier than Doc's report, but you really put him.
Yes.
Hey, Hermie, do you enjoy
Curly
in your little bat cave, fucking waiting for me to say something, my nugga? Hey, my nugga, you okay, my nugga? How's your beak?
How's your heart?
How's
your heart, Curly? How's that heart of yours after all the crack?
You talentless fuck. Go take your ostrich fingers.
Listen, you fat
Mr.
fucking Salvador Dali painting. Listen, you Salvador Dali painting. Your skin is falling off of you. Listen,
socially dysfunctional. Do anything else?
Go do some Taoism. Go relax, Curly. Your heart can't take it, boy.
Hey, call me Salvador Dali. So intimidating.
Words.
Oh, poor Hermie.
I don't know what happened to him. Do you?
I think he was touched probably in the wrong places when he was a child, and he probably enjoyed it. And this is what happens. So, Doc, when are we doing a breakdown on the lack of security?
I hear you.
Attempted assassination of Trump.
I hear you. You know, it might be a good topic for next week. By then, we should have even more information. And I think Tommy's avoiding it because
no, he didn't avoid it. He actually gave a pretty good update on the subject. But the thing is that we're not sure if you could play clips from Fox News and all the news outlets, but I think that we got that figured out.
I don't think it's that inbred guy. Did you guys see that? Yeah, did you guys see the TikTok of him saying, I don't know what it was. It was short. He was like, you got the wrong guy. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. You got the wrong guy. That's not him.
Oh, you're talking about the Antifa guy that looked like
there's all
from
Yeah, he's a troll account.
Yeah, the guy that looked like Chumley from that show. Yeah, no, that wasn't him.
There's a bunch of shit going on. Everything's contradicting itself.
Yeah,
So it's just
that'll be interesting
annoying.
to see once they dive into the guy's background. I'm a little surprised that they scrubbed the social media already.
Well, I tell you one thing, and I can piss people off, and I don't care. Most people are going to agree, even if they don't like President Trump, that there was divine intervention yesterday. And I'm glad there was.
Or good thing that the liberals can't shoot.
Well, the interesting thing is that, you know, he had to have practiced a little bit with a rifle to get that close.
I agree.
And most people who shoot rifles, they have to practice a little bit with it.
You know where he used to practice?
Do they know already where he used to practice?
Yeah, right next to the building that he climbed.
No shit. There's a shooting range there. He drove the Hoy to Butler from
It's not a
Bethel
shooting
Park.
range. It's not a shooting range. It's just an open field.
Huh.
Oh, you mean he actually broke the law? Is that what you're saying, Curly? He
No,
broke the law?
no. There's a berm, and you could fire off. Like I said, there's little bits and pieces of his previous social media history starting to come out.
We do that
And
in
yes,
PA. We shoot in the woods in PA. We can do that.
Yeah, and
Or
yes,
places.
I think that it was divine intervention, Doc.
It was absolutely divine intervention,
Yeah.
and
It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of homework because I think in about a week could have all the clips and all the stuff from all the people that are putting this stuff together. You know,
well, it's also
you're never going to see it in the mainstream media, but
the clips that I would be
my
presenting.
only thing is, even with a secondary Secret Service detail, which former presidents have, you could never explain to me why a short perimeter, why an elevated position, that other building, was not protected with at least somebody on top of that roof or somebody guarding it, even if they have to give it to local police.
Well, you heard that the person now in charge of the Secret Service before she became, I don't know, before she was appointed,
the diversity hire head.
Before this appointment, she was in charge of security at Pepsi. I don't believe that's a joke. I believe that's actually the truth.
Archie has no clue what we're talking about. He's just waiting for.
What
do you got, Boo? Another 2 minutes? He's waiting to punch that clock.
Yeah, we're talking about this
10 minutes ago.
But
so Archie, I think I'm going to do a dungeon dedicated to making fun of you. What do you think about
cool.
That's a concept never been done before.
As long as it's on the dungeon, what do I care?
that? You're the best, Boo.
Who's got a Cash App?
What?
You got a Cash App? I need somebody with a Cash App so I can send them $50 so I can give it to Arch. I don't want to use my PayPal, and my Google account is fucked.
Uzi, just relax. Just relax. Wait till you get your stuff in order, and then you could do a mag dump.
Thank you so much.
It's okay. It'll take you a little time. Get your stuff in order. But just put some content up on your channel, dude. I mean, I need my
Archie.
Uzi, I need it. All right, Uzi. If I super chat $50 in your name, will you do me an intro for shows? It's got to be 90 seconds.
Yeah, my clips aren't that good, Curly.
Oh, au contraire, my friend.
I thought you were going to say Pierre.
I'll work on some music. I'll work on some music. I'll try.
He's trolling. This guy's a high level troll.
I'd like to see one of the vids. I've not had that opportunity. I'd like to see one.
Hey Uzi.
You didn't drum on your desk.
I don't have a desk in front of me, Uzi.
It sounds like when we do our little conspiracy show on this whole thing, it sounds like you want to join us, Curly. Is that true?
I already got some. I like I said, I found a little loophole that seemed to work, and I was able to play Tucker Carlson. I was able to play Paul Joseph.
Isn't that
Watson.
fascinating? The one from 2023, Tucker Carlson, where he's saying the only thing left is
No, actually,
assassination.
Tucker Carlson in Australia telling the Australian Parliament that happened to attend in Canterbury, happened to attend that function, both sides of the aisle, how there's a worldwide movement to basically, turn us into the next Chinese population, the Western world, the Five Eyes. So,
hey, Curly, where did you hear that he practiced there? Was that what's up with that?
it was on. So O'Sheen's got that tie with that high level, whatever 3-letter agency he works for. So if you, can I promote somebody else's channel, Archie?
Sure.
I don't think he
O'Sheen's
cares.
your friend. So O'Sheen and the guy that works for the 3-letter agency, the government guy, who's very eloquent and whatever he seems to. I mean, anybody can know what they're talking about if they got a head full of information. But they did a breakdown on the guy, and he has some clips that he shows on his channel where the guy used to practice his marksmanship right next to that in a big open field right next to that building. So the guy knew the building in that area very, very well, and he was known there too. The only thing is that, like I said, for some reason they scrubbed a lot of the guy's social media already, or
Well, they
he
do
did
that.
it before he did it. So,
They
no,
do
I
that with
don't know.
mass shootings and shit.
They also said that he had a large amount of explosives in his vehicle.
I heard that somewhere too.
Yeah, so that's all I did. I heard it on a little bit of a breakdown they did on that channel. And like I said, I'm very surprised that he was able to play stuff directly. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Tommy, Hermie still hasn't found that tree and rope yet.
Long time no see. You didn't let me know that you were doing a show, Tommy.
And just because Doc just happened to mention in passing a study that assholes live longer because if they find a good place to have a relief, a stress relief, and Hermie dedicated a short to Doc, but I don't want to tell Doc because he might go over there watching and it might creep him out.
That's hilarious.
I did not know he dedicated a short to me.
Yeah, he had that, and basically he had a wake memorial for Archie's channel. What do you think about that, Boo?
Hey, not bad. Not bad at all.
I mean,
Not bad at all.
At least Hermie's got some type of an outlet. Strange as it may
Another
be.
walk through the park.
Okay, wait. Now, Doc,
Yes,
the
sir.
real reason, because I got home, I was skimming through this. Now, the real reason that I jumped on, besides boredom, and I had a good dinner, they never let you finish the letter that Mark Goldberg got. I'd like you to recap that. Can you please recap that for me? I have a specially tuned interest in the fact that you weren't able to finish that, but can you recap that for me?
I'm not sure I know exactly what we're talking about, but earlier,
the person who hates let's call it a talent the most is a fan who thinks you haven't shown him enough attention. So Mark Goldberg received some type of a email or a letter. I could just imagine
a long
how it was
letter.
worded.
He received a long, lengthy letter.
Yeah, Mark actually talked about it one time when I was on the panel. I actually want to have a round table one day with you, Goldberg, Jin, Rancher, and I have video and audio accompaniment that might really interest you guys if you're up for it. I don't know if you could make a show out of it, but
one of the questions I would have, and I'm just going to say it because I'm thinking of it at the moment. Does Uzi have Uzi? Now I'm saying Uzi. Does Mookie have access to videos from other channels? Or is it mostly he's just Archie's channel and that's pretty much it? I'll tell you the answer
I can't
to
talk about that in a public setting, but yeah, it would be pretty.
Well,
yeah,
here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let me tell you who it was that wrote the letter to Mark that Mark was referencing, that when sometimes you have a fan that goes a little off. It was Crappy Luxury. Okay, Crappy Luxury wrote a lengthy letter to Mark. He expressed
Oh
the
no,
disappointment.
this was some other madman. This was some other madman, actually.
Not Crappy then.
No, another.
Because that's his
crazy.
most famous
Excuse
sort
me,
of
Boo,
like
Boo,
getting a
can you
real
let
letter.
Can you please let
and
Doc
everything.
finish? Because we all know that we all know what Doc is talking about. I know you probably don't want any old scars opened up, but this is not a scar. We're men here. We're only talking.
Well,
Go
the
ahead,
interesting
I'll be
thing,
back
and
in
the
1
only
moment.
reason,
I'll be back.
the only reason I care, because normally I wouldn't care, and Crappy can do what he likes. I don't know what I ever did to Crappy, except for occasionally I would remind people that his original name was Crappy Watches and Cheap Horrors, and I guess maybe that was upsetting. I don't really know, because I didn't really do much other than that. But he kind of came after me in terms of trying to dox me.
He also didn't he write a fictitious letter to Jin and saying that he went to school with some of Jin's employers?
Oh
and-
yeah, he went after Jin and called his boss. And
So he tried to
he did
enter the
some-
real world, kind of like Herman
Yeah.
does behind the scenes.
He was trying to get Jin in trouble, is what
Yeah.
he was trying to do. And apparently Jin said his boss just thought it was some whack job and just kind of laughed and chuckled about it and assumed that, it was either some kind of a joke of poor taste or somebody who was a little on the crazy side, and somehow, he mentioned it to Jen even, like, do you know
Who's
who
Jen?
this person might be?
Rodent
Jin's
thing.
Rodent 3.0.
Yeah, he's a
Rodent
guy who
3.0.
used to come on the channel regularly about 5 years ago.
Yeah. A very, very close supporter of Archie's.
So he had to tell his boss that no, it was actually my online friends.
He had to tell his boss
Online
that he
stalker.
he
Yeah,
had to
not
say,
friends.
he had to say something like, I don't really know who you're talking about, but it sounds weird, or something like that.
That's insane.
And his boss was like telling him some of the stuff he was saying, and it made no sense. It was kind of whack job kind of
See,
stuff.
there was these three streams dedicated when he was retiring from YouTube. He was leaving YouTube. That's where that clip where O'Sheen was smoking a cigar and drinking somebody else's booze. Hate, viciousness. Insults. That little
Oh
clip.
yeah, yeah.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. That was part of his retirement manifesto. He did He actually did a video and audio manifesto when he retired, and he actually walked through the process of what he did to, as he would say, mind fuck Jin, and he loved it. I was proud of it. I was proud that I was able to mind fuck Jim. See, but then see what he does is he does that stuff, but then he wants to play the meek, nice guy. He hid it, but it's not hid. See. And I have full permission to play all three of his little retirement fucking manifestos that he did in one day to show you what an obsessed person does on these streams. Okay. When they feel they're spited, when they feel that they're, that somehow or another, somebody, because you troll, they don't take it as a troll and they want to, they want to project their morals and integrity, which they lack completely because they're totally socially dysfunctional. Okay. And they enter the real world, Uzi. See, that's the thing that's creepenstein about these streams. Sometimes you end up associating with people where you think you're trolling, you think people got a good sense of humor, but then in the background, they go behind the scenes. Okay. And they actually try to enter the real world. They threaten you with oh, the guy who's Salvador Dali painting. Guess what, Herman? If you think that's my first name, keep using it. Use the last name too, Hermie. Use the last, because I know that you little ants behind the scenes. You think you intimidate people. You think you want to detract people from coming on here, Herman. It's not my problem that you don't have 100 people on your live streams. If you were a nice guy, I would enjoy coming on your live streams like I did before, but you're not. You're an obsessed creep. And there's a reason why the Grievance Garage attracts the kind of people that they attract. You guys all have that trait in common. Obsessed. You want to project like this is the real world, and people are incapable of behaving differently in the real world like they behave on these streams. These streams are an outlet. They're a stress relief. They're a men's support group. They're a social club. They're a way of showing camaraderie, okay? But socially dysfunctional, isolated, fucking introverted, fucking shut-ins, like a lot of you guys are, that love going on a Grievance Garage, okay? And using Archie as a fucking punching bag, or anybody that supports Archie. You guys are the dysfunctional whack jobs. I don't care how intellectual you think you are. You lack what it takes to make it in the real world. You lack what it takes to have lifelong friends. You lack what it takes to have family relationships. And that's why you treat these streams like they're the real world, and you act like somebody's supposed to behave the way you want them to behave. You're whack jobs. So take your prescription medicines, and if life is getting too miserable, go find a rope, go find a tree, and do yourself a favor and leave us alone. Let us have our fun. There, that's my manifesto. Doc, take it away.
That's heavy.
Hey, there we go, guys. That's the show for today, there, guys. I want to
That's
say
a great note.
Says who, Boo?
There you
Why
go.
can't? Hey, what if Tommy and Doc and I want to, and Uzi want to have a little conversation? You don't have to stick around. Go punch your clock and go eat
Thank
your
you.
bagels. Yeah, there
Love
you go.
you, sir. See you later.
Keep crying
you.
about why. Keep crying
Wow.
about why you don't have content.
Nice meeting you, Archie.
Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for coming
First
on,
time you
man.
met him?
Love you.
Nah, it's
No, he's
well,
come on before. He's come on
Very well.
before.
a couple
Did
times.
you, hey Archie? Did you ban the watch reporter?
I didn't ban anybody.
Are you sure, Archie? Look at me, Archie.
I'm pretty sure he's
Did
a
you
bit of
ban
a
him in
jerk, that
StreamYard?
guy.
Did you ban
I
him
just
in
checked. I
StreamYard?
just checked. He's not banned. If you look in
I mean,
StreamYard,
you
he's
can
not
ban him if you
banned.
want. I'm just asking you if you did or not.
I just kick him off. I just booted him off. That's all.
Well, you guys should talk Patek Ellipse and cigars.
He's just so up himself. I just can't stand him.
Aren't we all, Archie? Come on, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the right person with the voice?
Okay,
and
guys, I
everything?
gotta go. Love you. Bye bye.
See you, man.
Doc,
See you,
you got
Arch.
keys, right?
I
don't
have
have
I have keys, but I don't know how to use them. But Tommy
I
has
have
keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Tommy, sir. Tommy, why are you doing an impression of Baba? You're just sitting there for the ride. You coming along for the ride or what?
I was just coming on to say hello. I thought it was ending, but because of you, now I'm roped in here for another fucking 6 hours.
I can't play. Hey, Tommy, I can't. I don't have my keys. I can't play clips or nothing. I'm on a different account.
Oh, that's true.
I'm on my shattered laptop.
Dude, I was watching the video. I was like, what are all these fucking marks on here? And I realized.
I don't know if this thing's even worth sending back to Azus to replace the screen, but it's a shame because it's less than 3 months old.
Courtesy of the Italian airport.
So what's this avatar you're using there, Tommy? I mean,
It's a park bench on fire.
it's what it looks like. Okay, just wanted to check.
Yeah.
There's an individual standing there on fire. Is that it?
No, it's a park bench. I would not put a self-immolation as my avatar.
Sure looks like a human there, but okay.
Uzi,
good.
did you see? I mean, Uzi, Tommy, did you see the take on O'Sheen had the Secret Service guy over or whatever the fuck he is, the IRS?
I didn't get to see it. What were they talking about?
He had some IG clips. O'Sheen did. And for some reason, they said that field next to that building, that guy used to practice his marksmanship there.
Oh,
Did
the shooter?
Did he dress like a chick?
We're talking about the shooter now?
Yes.
Yeah, they said behind the trees where he had that ladder that he didn't go. He didn't go in that area with a gun or anything. They think that he planted it there already.
That's
And
interesting.
he had video of people screaming at the cops while, okay, so
Screaming his name, right? They were screaming his name.
I watched that video, but I don't think they were saying his name. I think they were saying Ross. Or
somebody that was there at the rally, okay, had a camera, phone, and was on Trump. Then all of a sudden they said, you hear in the background somebody's going, hey, who's that guy on the roof? And he turns around and he's got video of the guy crawling on the roof, and they started screaming. And it went on for like a minute while Trump on the loudspeaker is still talking. And you hear the guy talking to the cops. They're pointing up at the roof, and they're like, there's a guy up there. And he's filming it.
Yeah.
And it's an IG. Yeah. It's an IG video. Look at his channel. Look on his channel. And they're like, why is he still get Trump? Get Trump. Get Trump.
Hey, Curly.
The whole thing was very suspicious.
Do you think that the local authorities of Butler or wherever the fuck they were should have had communication with the Secret Service? What if they didn't?
Oh, they have to.
They should have.
Of course they do.
They're automatically not only them, but then the state troopers. They look, like I said, the guy's very eloquent. He explains the whole thing. They have a team that goes in there ahead of time, even though it's a secondary protection.
It's an advanced team.
Part of the Secret Service. Okay, so they have let them on, Tommy.
And they go on weeks. They go check it out weeks in advance, not just
so they use the state police. They use whoever's got like if they got a SWAT team, if the state police has a SWAT team, so they try to pull resources from the local resources. But they were saying that this guy must have had the stuff planted there because they saw him walking. You know those trees that are where that ladder's sitting on, laying up against the building. They said that somebody with a dress walked back there.
I didn't hear any of that. I've been staying on top of it though for since it happened. Really,
well, it's on O'Sheen's channel. He's got it from the Instagram posts that people put up that were at the event. So I don't know.
I have to look that up.
Yeah, they're just little Instagram posts that he put. Actually, he was a little leery about playing it, so he kept playing it like two or 3 seconds at a time because he didn't know if he could play it on his channel and get struck.
Got it.
But I'm not on Instagram, so I don't know. But it's that Rubenstein that they interviewed that said he was telling the cops like for a minute and a half that they were pointing up at the roof.
The guy with the red hair.
Yeah, but there's actually somebody that has video footage, and you hear these people in the background screaming at the cops while Trump is still talking on stage.
Apparently, a local cop saw the guy who was up there and started climbing up the ladder. This was widely reported, Associated Press. And the shooter turned around and aimed the gun at him, so he retreated, and then he quickly fired those shots at Trump. That's what's being reported now.
Now that's the other thing I didn't know is that they said that he got off 5 the guy on
5 to 8 shots. Yeah.
Sounded like a silencer, didn't it?
It sounded weird. It did sound weird.
No, you know what?
150 yards. Yes, it would sound
like that because even the mic that's on the podium picks up the shots, but it sounded like that because the shots are coming from far away. But when you hear the shots from people that were close from their phones, you hear like one set of loud shots, like 3 to 5, and then you hear a bunch of quiet shots, which must have came from the Secret Service snipers.
Yeah,
130 yards is close, man. You would hear that it's. I could tell the difference because I record guns with a cell phone. You can hear the difference at 130 yards between a silencer.
They said
and a
that secondary teams that guard ex-presidents and shit when they have events like this shit. They said that they don't have all the same security measures in place like the same team that guards the sitting president. So there's like 3,000 Secret Service agents, and they pull resources from the locals. Like say there's a federal, local DEAs, ATF, state police, local police. But I can't believe that an elevated position that was that close to the main stage would only be covered from that. What the other thing they said is that where the shooter was shooting from was at a higher a higher position than where the Secret Service snipers were at. And that almost never, even with a secondary detail, that almost never happens. That they pick the lower elevation. I don't know. The guy did a good job explaining it with the clips and pictures that O'Sheen had. So it was pretty interesting because it's all stuff that came from people that were on the ground, from their video footage and their IGs that they posted stuff on.
It was the only fucking building around. It was the only building.
There were only two. There were only the two buildings. So it doesn't make any sense that they wouldn't have enough resources to cover both.
Yeah. Well, it had nothing to do with not enough people. I mean, there were like hundreds of cops around, and they say that the Secret Service is now saying that that area was supposed to be secured by the local cops, which is in and of itself ridiculous. This was announced July 5th. So over a week or about a week, they had to scope that place out properly. And as Zuzi said, only one fucking building around there. It's not that hard to see. Maybe we should have some cops stationed around there. It's ridiculous. But apparently what happened is the police were alerted to this guy walking around and they were trying to find him for a little bit. You would think that, okay, suspicious guy walking around, then they see a guy on the gun, and then the local police officer who's trying to climb up the ladder and then has to retreat. You would think at some point they would tell the Secret Service so that way they could at least move Trump before they could assess the situation. So that doesn't make any sense at all. And then you have the shooters, the Secret Service snipers, that seem to be staring at the guy's position already for a while. That was ridiculous. And then how could they let 5 to 8 shots happen before they decide to respond? And it's just very strange.
After they kill him, then the Secret Service decides to go in and protect Trump.
Yeah.
I don't want to get shot, but I'm going to wait till you get the shooter, then I'm going to protect them. What?
Yeah, Mark Dice said it on his video today. Halfway through, just watch the Mark Dice video. That explains everything.
You know, the other thing that I didn't know, there was some fucking heavy rhetoric leading up to. I didn't know that Biden actually said that somebody needs to put a bullseye on Trump.
He said that to some donors, but it was obviously, you look at that, text in context, or the saying in context. It's not as bad, but he did say that. That's an unfortunate thing to say after what happened.
But I mean, even that aside, spending it feels like almost 10 years, but certainly since 2015, even. Insisting that President Trump is like Hitler is only going to eventually get someone to snap and think they're doing something heroic.
There's somebody, that guy Paul Joseph Watson did a montage of how heated the rhetoric gets when the left doesn't get their way, and they, obviously he had a montage of when Trump was running, a montage when Trump was president, a montage when they wanted to impeach President Trump. And then I think everybody forgets that there was almost a slaughter of a half a dozen or a dozen senators that were playing a softball game. And the rhetoric got so heated when it was focused on them because they wanted senators' support to impeach Donald Trump. And that's when that guy went on the baseball field and fucking, I think what was it? Steve Scalise was second to Mitch McConnell, right?
Well,
he was the whip. He was the whip, and he got attacked at like a baseball game.
Yeah, to be fair,
and then so did Ron. Go ahead.
I was going to say that one. I think they kind of established that was a Bernie Sanders supporter that was disgruntled with what had happened. I don't know why.
But that's exactly the people that they want to fucking dog whistle to and radicalize. They know that these nut jobs are in these. The radical left. I mean, look at he had the typical Maxine Waters. You had that fucking other idiot. Their rhetoric gets so. There's no way you would see if this happened to a Democrat, okay? And the mainstream media had the rhetoric that was building up to some nut job being radicalized enough to do something like that. I'll give you a perfect example. Look at what they did with those fucking backwood nut jobs that actually the FBI had the FBI were like the FBI were like their handlers, the guys that were talking about
The Whitmer
kidnapping,
plot.
Yeah,
You know, Biden mentioned that today in his speech when he was
The
talking
Whitmer
about
plot?
violence. He mentioned that. He mentioned January 6th, and then he mentioned the assassination as examples of violence that needs to end.
exactly. But the
He said
violence
that
is
today in the Oval Office.
the real
Wow.
violence. The real violence comes from the left, but then the fucking perceived violence that they're able to build up through the mainstream media, you know, like the insurrection, the day of the insurrection. I mean, they literally killed an Air Force veteran female, shot her in the
Ashley
fucking
Babbitt.
neck, right? Because
Yeah.
she was just climbing a fucking barricade while she was laughing and screaming, right?
I still don't understand that why they shot her, because there was other people there and she didn't pull a gun. Why did they shoot her? I don't understand that. There's other people that they could have shot too. Why did they target her?
The guy that shot her also had a habit of doing things like forgetting and leaving his gun in the bathroom. He wasn't he wasn't the highest quality individual.
It's interesting that the pipe bombs were never really investigated properly. They never found out who did it, and there were no arrests made. And now you have this shooter, apparently explosive devices found in his car and his home.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, remember,
and we'll never get to the bottom of that. Look
There
who's
was
But who's
investigating.
releasing that info? Like, his picture's not even on the FBI website, and the FBI has access to all that stuff, and they should be leaking all this, or not leaking, but telling us about it. And yet it's coming from other sources. But when an FBI takes over an investigation, they don't let the fucking local law enforcement in, do they? Like, why is everybody else getting info, but the FBI isn't letting us know what's going on?
The explosive stuff was first mentioned on the Wall Street Journal. They had a source that told them about that, and then it got widely reported. And there was bomb squad all around his house, you know, the same day. But no, it's a good question. I know that the FBI usually likes to keep tight-lipped until they have something. But you remember when that trans person had the manifesto and shot at the school, and nothing was released for a while? You know, that happens a lot. What's interesting is the entire lack of social media. The only company that mentioned anything to do with this shooter is Discord. And all they said was there was nothing written about the attack. He was hardly here, and they like deleted the account. So there's no social media of this guy. His parents were both, one's a psychologist and a therapist. I think they were both registered therapists. He had a math award for $500. He won that. He was in a BlackRock commercial video that got deleted in 2023.
I saw that too. That information too.
Oh God, not another overeducated, underachieving fucking person. Oh, Jesus Christ,
It's just very strange. He was registered as a Republican first, but then at the day that Biden won office, he donated $15 to a political action committee that was essentially for Democrats, the progressives. And then he apparently registered he did a vote. They don't know who he voted for, but he had a vote, and that's his political career, I guess. That's his legacy. That's all he did. So why is someone who's this radicalized to do something this absurd have no footprint online? There's no like.
It's almost like maybe
there's no breadcrumbs.
It's almost like maybe someone took care of that, huh? Is that what you're suggesting, Tommy?
It could be.
Like a 3-letter type guy, maybe?
It took him forever to release the fucking name. They could have been deleting all sorts of stuff. No one could look it up.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's
it was
funny
nice
how
that
also, why are we using his middle name? Ever think about that?
Well, I mentioned that in the group, you know, Lee Harvey Oswald, John Wilkes Booth. But honestly, I have a middle name, right? So if I do something,
Almost all of us have middle names, but we just normally don't get referenced by our full name, including the middle name.
I was looking online. It doesn't look like he's referenced with the 3 names outside of the attack. I think it was mostly Thomas Crooks. I think the middle name might just be, I don't know. It is interesting. I saw that.
Tommy, you should play I don't know if you want to do it or not, but because you'd have to pause it and we'd have to comment on it. But pull up Paul Joseph Watson's breakdown on it, and it breaks down the whole breakdown on how social media, leftist social media, allows the most foul hate speech. But if it was the shoe on the other foot, they would never allow it coming from the
unless
right.
unless they
the
were
other
saying
thing
it,
that they showed,
unless they were directing the language at Robert Robert
but
F.
the other
Kennedy,
thing
then
that they
they'd
show
allow
is
it.
they show that these people that actually have speak up for themselves, but do it in a non-violent way, like Proud Boys, like Oath Keepers, and these pro Second Amendment groups are villainized, called all kinds of stuff. But you have literally the opposite when it comes to BLM and Antifa. They literally organize, and there's a trail of social media of them putting all these riots and all these violent protests and all these arson, burn down things, and nothing. I mean, they caused billions of dollars worth of fucking damage during the
Sure.
during the
It was
time that
wild.
Trump.
There were
And
also
It's
lives
disgusting.
lost. There were
They
lives
won't
lost.
even they not one person on the left even calls them a hate group. They call them fucking they fight for democracy.
Peaceful protesters.
Yeah.
They got arrested. Some of them got arrested, but not as like they didn't get targeted like the Proud Boys did. They didn't.
No, it should have been way worse.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was insane.
it's disgusting.
Yeah, but I think the guy that puts together, because they're not really long, the guy that puts together really good montages, that Paul Joseph Watson guy. I follow him. Mark Dice, he's all right, but he's a bit of a goof.
I think we got a super chat here. And did we read Will Money's super chat? I don't remember hearing them read that one.
We can pull it up.
That's a
Will
diversity
Money.
hire. That's a diversity hire, baby. Yeah. Yeah, he mentions that. He mentions that. Like I said, a lot of what we're talking about is all mentioned in that. That's why visual accompaniment to our narrative is really good.
Hey,
The
Curly.
women-
Yo, Uzi.
So I thought about this, and my cousin said something about it too. He kind of like shut me down a little bit, but it didn't really sit well with me. So why did the Secret Service allow somebody to roll up on them and take a fucking up close picture of that dude with his head blown apart? How? Okay, so he said maybe it was the ambulance. No. So the Secret Service or secret, they don't fucking text everybody a picture of that. How can we all have that picture? And who the fuck let them take it? This is the Secret Service handling it from the shot.
This is
Picking the dude off the roof. Who took the picture?
But Uzi, this is
DEI
social,
Secret Service.
This is social media for you, bro. I mean, you got people that actually work still in the government that have live streams, Zoom calls that they publicize on their Instagrams and stuff, where they gameplay this stuff out, and under the umbrella of, I'm a private citizen, even though I'm a government worker, I should be allowed to have social media, and it never gets scrutinized from the left. It does for people that represent the right. So, I mean, that's why there's a huge movement to. I'll tell you, the next guy who's going to get treated like Trump is going to be. There's two of them. There's going to be Tucker, and it's going to be Elon Musk. I mean, look at how normal it is for Tucker to say, yeah, all my correspondence, were leaked to the New York Times. The New York Times and CNN. The New York Times said that shots were heard. They don't even put anything in there as an assassination attempt. CNN said that Trump fell.
He fell, yeah.
Like I said, I mean, the best montage I've seen put together, I don't know how the guy does it, but the best montage of how the one side gets treated that's peaceful and the other side gets treated that's violent. They're saying that this guy might have been radicalized to start a civil war. Because they do openly discuss what would have happened if the Trump assassination would have been successful.
And by the way, Tommy,
that gives the left all they need to declare martial law in the whole United States. You know that.
It would have been bad. It would have been bad.
What's up?
I was going to say, I found out what happened because of Tommy. I get a phone call as I was about to get Well, I'm not going to say what I was
The
buying,
thing
but I
about
was
Tommy
buying
is he
some
gives you
things.
that, and he gives you the up-to-date, localized fucking weather reports and graphs.
Yeah, but it's the way he did it. He's like, Doc, did you hear? President Trump got shot. I'm like, what? Now, the way you're supposed to do it is, Doc, everything's fine. Everything's fine. But
I'm not bedside manner, Doc. I wanted full impact.
yeah,
But I did tell you
definitely
right away that it didn't look serious. I did say that.
You said it, but only after several seconds of me
Well,
having
after
a
you
heart
said
attack.
what?
So Tommy, if you wanted to do a show, the three fucking really good references that got some good stuff on it was Megyn Kelly
Mhm.
did a fucking awesome live stream. Paul Joseph Watson dropped an awesome video, and then Tucker also.
I'm on
And
my
also,
phone
by
right
the
now.
way,
Look at
Herman
Megan.
was
Look at Megan. Look at what Megyn Kelly did. You know that some correspondent from CNN said the most regrettable thing is that Donald Trump had enough sense now to make this the greatest photo opportunity that he's ever had, and he showed that picture that you're showing, but it's a close-up one of him with the blood on his face.
There's even a worse quote from CNN from one of the correspondents on CNN. She was upset that he got up and said fight.
Yeah.
Because that's awfully, of course, dangerous kind of talk.
We also know
I
it
want
was
to
his
know. I
dad's
want to
gun,
know
by
who
the way.
turned the mic off at the podium, because did you hear Donald Trump when he was on the ground and all the Secret Service agents were on top of him?
It went out for like a second, but it could have been because they punched the stand pretty hard. Something could
No,
have easily
they
filled
turned it
out.
up because he was asking for his shoes. Did you
His
hear
shoes.
that?
Where
I
my
heard the
shoes at?
shoes. Yeah, I heard the shoes. I wish we got to hear him say fight. I agree with that.
What do you
He
mean?
was just he was mouthing it. Like you couldn't really hear the audio that well. He sounded very clear for the shoes thing, and then it just kind of
You know what's
fizzled
crazy?
out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they did.
You know that there were three people. You talk about Doc says divine intervention. You know that there were three people that literally predicted this. One of them said that Donald Trump will have a bullet whizzing by his ear. It will blow his eardrum, and this is the reason he will become president. I think Herman's trying to jump on. I don't know why he's having a difficult time.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Yeah, who said that? That's weird.
It's on Paul Joseph
I
Watson's,
posted it actually.
Oh,
I
is that the
posted it
guy
up.
from the 3 months or what? Yeah, I saw that before on Twitter. I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay. People say things every day. There's bound to be something like that.
But I think the most interesting one is when Tucker last year was talking in an interview with Adam Carolla that we're speeding towards assassination. That's
What are you talking about? He did it in his Trump interview. He said, "What's next?" He goes, "They're already trying to take you out through the courts." He goes, "What's next? Assassination? Are they going to kill you?"
my memory was he did Adam Carolla
No, he did it there
first,
too.
and
But
then
he did it with he did it on his Trump
then he
interview.
did the interview with President Trump as well. Yeah, but it's just that he said it he said it a year ago with Adam Carolla. I don't remember when
It's
he
crazy.
had the interview with
you know
Trump.
what I hope that he turns around and passes the baton to my pick would be Kristi Noem. I'd like to see Kristi Noem run for president with Trump's backing, Elon Musk's backing, Tucker's backing.
The one who shot the dog?
Yeah, I don't think
what?
that's going to happen.
Never going to happen, dude. Never going to happen.
Not after that dog thing, because it's in her book, so it's harder for it to go away because it's immortalized in her book.
Hey, someone liked the JFK stream we did. Very nice air show.
Dude, that stream got a lot of views before it went members.
It's in members? That sucks.
That's nice to know.
I don't know. Is
Gotta
it?
fix that.
I think it is.
I
It had
hope
like
not.
1,400 views. That's pretty fucking good for a dungeon.
We got to
Did
do
you guys-
another one at some point.
Did you
Go
guys
ahead,
hear the
Izzy.
conspiracy? Did you guys hear the conspiracy about how they think it was a setup as far as to make Trump look good? And that's kind of crazy because I think
Oh,
mean,
you
call
mean
me-
the left?
A
Yeah, the
lot
left.
of people on Twitter said that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
call me stupid, but I think that if you look at Trump's backing and how he just got he went to court, it's like he doesn't have that kind of he doesn't have the Hillary squad on his side to be able to pull something off like that, in my opinion. So
It's just
Yeah, he
people
also-
think that
that's a
even-
pretty elaborate setup of fucking
It's a-
killing an innocent person and fucking injuring two others. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
And
think
risking
that's-
killing yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh no, they said that
There
was
was
fake. I
wind.
guess that was
He-
fake.
I don't even think the guy had a scope on it. It was like iron sights or something like that. Like he could have easily fucked that shot up. And
He
apparently
didn't have
was
a,
such
he didn't have
bad
a red
shot.
dot. He didn't even have a red dot or a scope.
no.
I believe that's what I heard. And also, he was a bad shot because he didn't even get to join the rifle team at his school because of that. He said he was so
Right.
terrible, he completely missed.
They felt he was unsafe for everybody else.
Yep.
Oh shit! You know what?
Yeah. it
I
should
do
be
have my
public.
keys.
Well, I
JFK
thought you
keys,
did
but-
because yeah, but that wasn't Herman, Curly, because that guy jumped on and that was clearly not Herman's voice.
Who?
Whoever the fuck talked for a little bit. I don't know if you were.
No, somebody just Hermie just tried to jump on it and he faded
Yeah, but
out.
before that, the Hermie account jumped on, and then another one did. But that was definitely. I don't think that was him.
He's saying
I
that
don't-
he's saying they're
The
impersonators.
voice was definitely different.
I mean, Herman has the capability of jumping on. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He's got, there's two Hermans. You get two Hermans for the price of one with Hermie. I'm sure. Let's see. Did Hermie already drop another fucking short?
Someone
I
might
gotta
have to
check
check the
out the one he
StreamYard
did
if
for
he's
me.
banned.
Uh-oh. Did we just lose Doc?
I think so. He's spinning. He's out of control.
Yeah, we need to do one of these deep dives into the assassination attempt. I think while it's fresh.
Yeah, I have a lot of fucking
I think
screenshots.
between Megyn Kelly, Paul Joseph Watson, I don't know. Hermie was talking about Andrew Dice or whatever. Not Andrew Dice Clay, whatever. Mark Dice. I don't particularly like him that much.
I don't even watch him. I don't know who that is really.
Mark Dice is all right. He's kind of corny. He was good when he was a man on the street, but now he's always. So I mean, hey, what's the scuttlebutt? I mean, you're kind of from that area, aren't you, Uzi?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
real
what I
close.
was thinking too.
Yeah,
It's
very
like
very
right there.
close.
What do
Very
the Mennonites think?
It's just what we're being fed on Twitter and fucking. You go on YouTube and type it in. You got 17 fucking different news outlets from news
Did
outlets
you
you've
know-
never
I
even
can't
heard of.
believe that you sent that TYT guy. That's like Oshin's god. That's his main source of news.
Well, you know who it looks like. That's all I have to say. But Uzi, did you know about that rally ahead of time? Was it advertised that it was near you?
Yeah,
Or somewhat near you?
my family went there. My mom, my aunt, my sister.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are, but I hope they're okay. I'm glad. It was only, I think they said two. It was all males that got injured. One died, two injured.
Yeah, the firefighter guy. They're saying he dived in front of the bullets for his family.
Kids, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Just for going to a fucking rally, you got to fucking succumb to shit like that.
yeah. I was upset.
I'm
Fucking
sure.
for them.
I'm
20-year-old.
sure this will end up like the Las Vegas shooting fucking investigation, where it went nowhere, and it was one guy that, just and what it came out of it. We'll make it all right. We'll just make it bump stocks illegal, and that's it. Never heard another thing about it.
True.
I'm with you on that. That was a very creepy. That's like the biggest one ever. That was creepy.
Yeah, I really need to learn more about that. I
You
feel
know
like
that
there
guy.
was
You know
nothing.
that guy was supposed to. He was supposed to have a hotel room close to Lollapalooza, to Millennial Park.
Hmm.
He
I
went
only
to
remember he was a millionaire guy, white guy. I was there gambling, and he was seen making multiple, and I mean like a shitload of trips to his room, carrying all sorts of shit. I guess ammo and guns.
Oh yeah, dude, he had like a fucking mega arsenal up there.
Yeah. I remember a lot of weird things about it, but I didn't dive into it enough. But this is like a 20-year-old kid, which is just insane. And, his friends, I don't know if you guys talked about it before I hopped on, but, or not his friends, but his classmates were saying that he was bullied a lot. He was an outcast. He had maybe a couple
I wonder if he
friends,
played the
not a main
piano. I
group.
wonder if he played the piano.
I read somewhere that he, I didn't see any interviews, but I read somewhere that they said that he wasn't even interested in politics. Did you pick that up anywhere?
I saw that he never really said anything that negative about Trump at all. No one ever heard that. I did hear that. He had a job at like a rehab and nursing place. He was like a dietary, something to do with dietary needs or whatever. I heard he said his parents were the therapists. It was his dad's gun, legally. He had a legal gun from his dad. I don't know, he stole it or whatever. I don't know about that, but that's the story.
Who just has iron sights on an AR? That sounds kind of.
I don't think he did. I don't think.
I don't even know what he had. I was like,
I think
no
he had a
sight.
scope on it.
So they said something about a scope. I don't know if it was he either didn't have one or wasn't working or something weird. I know his cell phone was shipped to the FBI headquarters to be analyzed. I heard that.
There should be a lot of crowd video coming out, because they can't stop that. They can't stop people that were there at the event. Like I said, actually, the thing that Oshin was playing was actually very interesting because, like I said, you hear like a group of people just screaming at some cops. Guys on the roof, and you hear Donald Trump still talking on the on the PA system, and it goes on for a while. He just didn't play it straight because he was like, I don't know how much of this I could play or how I could play. So he was only playing like 3 seconds at a time. I'd like to find that that post that he was using, but I think it's on Instagram. But I don't know. We could run all that stuff on the dungeon and do a dedicated.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Assassination attempt deal. Have leave it. Do like a open panel or some shit. I think we could do a better job than the watch reporters did. Uzi, man, you're really fucking slumming, bro. What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Poor Uzi. He gave you the hand today, Uzi. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, he's a dick.
You can't get you fuck up my flow. I'm not letting you on. What the fuck is he talking about? What flow are you gonna fuck up to 8 people? What the fuck is
I stayed backstage the whole time too.
That dude's in the fucking alternate Uzi, that dude's in the alternate universe, man.
I know.
I'm not letting you on. You fuck up the flow, man. All you want to do is talk about fucking Rolexes, man. I'm talking about important shit here.
Yeah, last time he did that to me, I just like gave up. But this time I stayed on the whole time.
Tommy, Uzi got the fucking docs report treatment. He was backstage the whole fucking time trying to get.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
45 minutes, maybe. I just fucking stayed on.
You stayed there? Holy crap.
I think Uzi went to Dairy Queen and came back with a cone. He's back there.
A blizzard.
Poor guy.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Well, that was kind of crazy, but the thing that now that it's over, that now we see fucking I cannot wait. And now see, I didn't want to watch this shit, but I can't wait to watch his appearance at the fucking Republican convention.
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
That's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah, that is gonna be awesome.
I think he's on Thursday, right? He's on the last night.
I think it starts tomorrow. I don't know when he talks.
It's Thursday. He talks Thursday. Thursday they're gonna wrap it up with him. Everybody was like, Biden's not going to be the front runner. What's going to happen is the audition is going to happen for the Democrats when they do their convention. That's nothing but an audition. So should be interesting to see who speaks there and how they come off and when the media machine and the Hollywood machine take over to see who it is that they're going to replace fucking Depends our president that depends on Depends to live.
Why is Nikki Haley being picked to speak there? That's what I want to know.
Dude, you know that the Uniparty is going to be represented there.
Of course, but it's so stupid. She's such a piece of shit.
I mean, look at the what's his name? Razim. What the fuck is the guy's name?
Ramaswamy.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at him. I mean,
Vivek.
he's
Yes.
yeah, Vivek. He's a fucking Soros plant.
Yeah, but at least he says the right things. He's just a piece of crap.
So
Yeah,
what?
she should have dropped out. I don't know why she did that.
And she went against Trump. You know, even
Yeah.
for the sake of him, she shouldn't be there. Vivek at least dropped out right
Dude,
away.
I
And
mean,
said he had no.
look at the biggest worm, that fucking the closeted gay guy. What's his name? The senator, the mouthpiece for the fucking defense industry. South Carolina. What's his name?
Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, look at him. The fuck is
He's
he
going to be
around
there.
Of course. He's always around there. He's the replacement for McCain, and whatever the fuck his name is.
McCain, yeah. Well, see, McCain was actually.
What one guy is going to clean up the fucking swamp? Ain't no fucking president going to be able to clean up the swamp. I mean, he got chewed up.
McCain was a good person, though. Graham is just a piece of shit. McCain was way better as a human being. He might not have been perfect, of course not, but he was way better than Lindsey Graham. It's not even comparable.
Yeah. They're all scumbags. That fucking turtle head fuck.
He's pretty bad. I'll give you that.
Well, that's all that. Mitch McConnell. Look, Mitch McConnell. Every time that they used to come out, his whole crew that he had. I mean, first of all, everybody forgets the guy that was the before Mitch McConnell, the guy Dennis Hasser. Okay, he was from Illinois. Everybody in the whole world knew that guy was a fucking fruitcake. That's the problem. Most of these Republicans are compromised because they're closeted fucking fruitcakes. The whole scandal. Don't you remember the whole scandal that they fucking buried with all the male fucking prostitutes and parties they used to have? Dennis Hasser. That's why he stepped down. Don't you remember?
I was like negative 10 years old.
They always bring the most powerful people are the most compromised people that they have.
I believe that, yeah.
You know, how do you think the stuff that doesn't make any sense to us happens, and then you sit there and you're like, I thought this guy was on our side. Fuck no.
Well, it's all a uniparty. I agree with you there. It's all meant controlled opposition, the bullshit.
The uniparty, man. How are you going to fight the uniparty?
100%.
You know, so that's why I don't even fucking care about politics anymore. All I could do is the best thing I could do is where I live is contribute.
Yeah, local level.
Yeah,
yeah.
As far as the federal government goes, as long as it doesn't go back to 90% fucking taxes and capital gains and all that shit, I don't care. That's all I care about. Who knows what my daughter's future is going to be like, and it ain't gonna depend on politics. It's going to depend more on her and how she navigates life and business and her career, hopefully family.
Yeah.
So what's going on? That's it, Tommy. Are we taking a break from streaming? What's going on? What do we got? We got a mega horse race going on soon, or what? Are we supposed to end this? Oh yeah, that's right. You know what? JJ stream. We're Webble streaming.
Oh shit.
So at least I heard that mommy came home. So I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, very nice.
According to Marcelo, he hasn't been streaming because he's been very aggravated because his wife is now intoxicated. I don't know
drinking.
What that means. Yeah, he says, my wife is home, thank God, but now she's toxicated, very intoxicated. I have no idea what that means.
What the fuck?
Well, gentlemen, have a good rest of whatever was left of this weekend. Uzi, are you going to do an intro for me or what?
It depends, man. I'll give it a shot.
Troll me. Just
what kind of music? What kind of music are you into?
He likes dubstep.
Dubstep.
I like any kind of music.
I know he's odd with that.
Doesn't involve Uzi. I like any kind of music as long as it doesn't involve a piano.
He likes Chief Keef too, if that's better.
Hell yeah! I like old school rap, my nugga.
Who's your favorite old school rapper? Are you in the Biggie, or is that old school or no?
Yeah, well, of course. Who's my favorite old school rapper? I gotta say that what I used to rock out to hard is old school NWA. but I do like 3-6 Mafia,
Jesus Christ.
Wu-Tang. I like DMX. I like hardcore. I like that hardcore fucking thoughtful rap. DMX. I'd have to say DMX.
DMX.
Raw. I like raw. Raw, hard-hitting fucking lyrics to some good fucking beat. DMX. You couldn't beat DMX at. He had high testosterone rap. The Rolling Posse.
No Tupac?
Nah, I don't like that. Tupac was too poetic for me. West Coast. I don't relate with the West Coast. DMX. I'd have to say DMX, man. DMX.
Cool.
Rhythm Man. Busta Rhymes. Coolio. Now, if I was fucking zonk, like really high, I used to love fucking Coolio's fucking crazy rap shit.
What about Too Short? You like Too Short?
Afro Man. How about Afro Man? You ever hear of Afro Man?
I heard of Afro Man, yeah.
Oh, dude, Afro Man's got the best fucking, some of the best, like, getting high and fucking chicks rap. It's fucking hilarious. He, like, did humor rap. Humor rap. Afro Man. Check him out, Afro Man. He'll make you laugh. I was going to get a job today, but I got high. Anyways, boys, have a good weekend, and let's see. Remember tonight, you go over to JJ's Watch Hangout. They're doing a giveaway for a autographed Pantera Hot Wheel and a custom. What is it? 950 flex hat? Oh no, it's a snapback, right? Snapback, custom embroidered Chingao hat.
Chingao
was best. The Nas, there you go, and DMX movie Belly was good back in the day. That's why I live back in the day. I don't like the.
That's not exactly old school. That's kind of like old school is like where it all started.
Do you have a lot of retention when it comes to movies and songs? See, I don't retain that. I don't retain that. Like if I hear a song that I like, I don't like retain the name and the artist. I never go deep into that stuff.
That makes sense to me. Yeah. No,
I just don't. It does. My memory banks, my fucking my CPU doesn't retain useless information. I mean, how does that help me? That doesn't help me in my real life. Remembering the artist name and how the artist lived and the struggles of the artist. Fuck do I care? His job is being an artist to entertain me.
If you heard it, you would know it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Cool. I'm gonna hop off, guys. Nice talking to you.
So what's your favorite Dairy Queen order?
I just had a
Blizzard,
Sunday.
man.
Had a Sunday.
Oh, really? I don't like that. Dude, I go there. I love getting a medium cone butterscotch dipped. I get a twister butterscotch dip. One of these days, I know I'll make one of these days, the day that I have a soft serve ice cream machine, like in my home, then I know I made it in life.
I was just talking about that. I'm not on the streets.
Is the best.
And I was thinking to myself, I think I said what I said. I said, that's probably something Michael Jackson did.
I wonder how much that is.
I don't fucking know, but it seems like something he would have done. But I said that. I was like, I want a soft serve in my fucking house.
I want a countertop one, not a stand-up, not a stand-up one. I want a countertop one, like the ones they used to have at Golden Corral and shit.
Yeah.
You used to have the buffet and the salad bar. They used to have the little countertop soft serve. Dude, you get the little pouches with the, they make, my Dairy Queen. Does your Dairy Queen have non-dairy soft serve, like yogurt soft serve?
That should be illegal.
They probably, I don't pay attention to that.
Tommy, it is so good. It's so good. It's
what's wrong with milk?
Dude, a lot of people are lactose intolerant. I'm telling you, man, the yogurt soft serve, they just introduced it. It's my wife's favorite.
Oh, we just got a little $5 super chat. FP John, $5. Thank you very much.
I'll even make $100 today. It can be. What I want to do is I want to put up a slide of his collection in his Louis box.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about which ones he's going to have to fucking get rid of first before they come and fucking repo his fucking Beamer. Thank you, FP on. All right, man. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go chill out to JJ's.
Yeah, we'll end it.
JJ's channel. I'm gonna have. I think I'm gonna have my wife go to Dairy Queen and get me a little medium butterscotch dip.
You're getting,
Oh,
I'm getting
yeah.
hungry now. Just
Uzi
listen to this shit.
influenced me, man. Uzi.
Sorry about that.
Uh oh. Who's trying to get on now? Hey, we got him back.
He's back.
It's the never-ending show.
Yeah. I could swear that there was intervention with my internet. It just wouldn't work. I had to do a bunch of resettings.
They got the satellite focused in on.
I don't know.
Jammer.
They don't like what
Curly,
I'm
you're not
saying.
helping.
Clearly, they don't like what I'm saying. Anyways,
Campers.
I want to get one of those. I want to get one of those devices that jams all drones.
EMP grenade.
No. It's a laser, handheld laser device that you could just point at a drone and it fucking takes it out instantly.
Is that legal?
The thing is, how do you buy one?
I got the same feelings about drones. I would not want to just be sitting in my yard and have a fucking drone go by. I have that same thought about them.
It's usually just Mookie.
I don't have drones going by, but I'm saying if I did, I thought about it. I'm like, if I had a drone go by, I'd be pissed. I would not like that.
imagine a world of micro drones, and they're everywhere.
That's
like
what
the
bugs
ones
and
that-
birds are.
I like the ones that deliver food. Well, you know, the first place you're going to see commercial drones doing deliveries is going to be Amazon. If they don't already do it.
I thought they already did it. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
heard
if they
of
do.
that.
Why don't we see it? I don't. Have you seen it? Is this one of those AI rumors? Like they just drop a rumor before?
I think it could have been an advertising gimmick where maybe they had one or two drones and they advertised it and said, "Hey, we even deliver using drones." Who knows?
I'd like to. Hey, listen, if it's not on YouTube, I don't believe it.
I think it's a lot faster for
They
Amazon.
do it in Texas. They do it in College Station, Texas.
I think it's a lot faster for Amazon and Jeff Bezos to just have people right now delivering it with urine bottles in their trucks. Yeah, it's a lot quicker.
I don't believe that either. I don't believe that.
The urine bottles?
I don't believe it.
What is that? What the fuck are you talking about?
That's
urine
lot
bottles. It's what some of the workers were saying they use to stay on their schedule because they get reprimanded if they are not on schedule.
At Amazon?
Yeah.
It sounds like
They're
horseshit.
strict. No, they're strict at Amazon, dude. They are very strict. I heard this too.
It's
Not the urine
it's
bottle.
not that they're strict, is that they give you a performance evaluation every single day. And but you know, after a probationary period, I mean, these people they're making okay money, but they get benefits, they get profit sharing. So if you pass, you pass. If you don't, you don't. And there's a look at any time. I mean, the thing is it's very strange that a gigantic fucking mega corporation like Amazon, that the union hasn't been able to seep in there. They do a good job of holding them out. So,
is that a good or a bad thing?
Well, it's good for Amazon and Jeff Bezos, right?
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no, because then that takes a lot of that. I mean, look at what they did when they were trying to open up a distribution facility in NYC. You know, that's why they left.
I thought that was because of AOC.
I remember that too.
Well, that was because she.
I thought that was because they were going to have the headquarters there, Doc. It was the headquarters they were considering moving there.
Yeah.
And then she kind of did some bullshit, and then they said, "Oh,
she dropped a bomb on it. She destroyed the whole plan."
You should do a union stream, Curly, because I know nothing about unions at all.
Well, the thing is you gotta separate tradesman unions from municipal unions. That's the problem. You know, tradesman unions are different. It's kind of funny that that people get the get the wrong impression. They're not able to separate, like fucking municipal unions and like teachers unions and shit.
Yeah,
like
they
that
get the
from
teacher
tradesman
shit.
unions.
Yeah.
Can I make a request? Tommy, can you swap your avatar back to your car or something like that? I find that fire a little uncomfortable.
I'm going to make it even bigger now.
Where do you see a person there?
Well,
Is the bad eyesight.
if you've ever seen a person lit, the
I
fact
have.
that the fact that you've
What?
got the
Oh.
flames at the top.
Okay, I got
there.
the green light. We're going to Dairy Queen. Thanks, fucking Uzi. Thanks. Just what I needed. Some fucking yogurt calories. See you, boys.
See.
I don't know exactly